Hey guys, this is Brian.
This is Jim.
And we are going to bring you an episode right now that's going to have some explicit content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to have some four-letter words, probably some serious topics.
Yes.
Some adult topics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things that like your grandma.
Or children, or your priest.
They probably shouldn't listen to this.
Maybe even your spouse.
It's possible. We just wanted to warn you guys up front that those things are going to be in this episode. So if you have any of those other people that we listed around, just kind of, tell them to go away.
Just push them out of the car.
Yeah, get them out.
Dude.
And yet, here we are again, Jim Miller, rocking and rolling on a Friday night. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Dude What Movie Review Podcast.
Dude, what?
I am one half of the hosting squad, Mr. Brian Sumner. Very tired, Mr. Brian Sumner. Sitting across the table from me, the beautiful Jim Miller. Say hi, Jim.
Hello, Jim.
We are coming to you from the 2420 West Studios in Evansville, Indiana. It's a Friday night. Things are loopy. Things are crazy. We've had some weird conversations already off mic. And we're going to hopefully transition that into on mic and have some good fun times tonight. Jim, I'm excited and a little sad. This is the final episode of season 2, man.
It is. And that's
crazy.
not why I thought you were sad and excited. So.
Well, before we get ahead of ourselves, Jim.
Okay.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? Doing great? Doing wonderful?
Doing great.
You look good, man.
Yeah,
you look really good.
Thanks. I appreciate it. We're recording after Labor Day.
We are.
Longtime listeners of the show know that Labor Day is kind of a big deal in my family.
It really is.
Got done doing camp. My wife and I have become the recreational directors.
It's crazy when you say it like out loud.
Right?
It's a family gathering. It's a get together, but it's not. It's more than that. It's a movement.
Yes. Well, and so we were talking about it this year. There was like 6 new babies. A couple years ago, my kids were part of that baby boom.
Right.
So like camp grew. Now those kids are all running around on their own.
Right.
And there's a whole nother group that's gotten married and now have kids. So it was
it scares me.
It was the tent city has grown.
My anxiety is going through the roof the more you talk about this. Plus, your kid, you couldn't go last year because your kid was ill.
Yes.
And so, you got to make up for that this year.
Yeah. So, Kylie and I have been married for 10 years. So, this is my 11th camp.
Right.
And it's taken almost this long for me to find my niche of how can I contribute to camp? Because before then I was just mooching and everything. And I was like, I feel like I need to contribute. And then lo and behold, all the years of working in the church world had prepared me for silly games. And so
there you go.
Yeah, I became the recreational guy. And then I wasn't able to be there last year. So then this year I was like, okay.
This was your time to shine. And did you shine?
Well, we'll have to post pictures and all access. I made a giant traveling trophy for the winning team. And I think it turned out pretty great.
This is serious stuff here. You're making traveling trophies for the winning team.
Yep.
You're organizing games. You have an official title.
So effective immediately, I am promoting you from assistant to the regional manager to assistant regional manager.
No, time out. I've given myself that title.
Everyone's sitting around. Jim's taking this way too seriously.
Why does he go with the whistle?
He's got a whistle. He's got a clipboard.
Extra sunscreen on his nose. What's going on?
He's got socks up to his knees. What is happening
Fisherman's hat. What's going on?
We're painting a horrible picture here for our audience. Let's move along, please.
Yeah, but it was fun, man. It's like an hour over the weekend that we do, and we just get everybody together. We draw names out of a hat and put them on teams, and had them come up with a team name, team chant.
All in the name for family fun.
Yeah, and then it became a lot of fun. Yeah, it was good. So
cool.
I guess I should ask if anything new has happened in your life, because
no, really.
I feel like for 5 years now, it's usually the same old answer that you give. So
yeah, I'm usually tired, exhausted. Nothing's changed, Jim.
Severely depressed.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay.
Well, no, okay. I guess I should go ahead and talk about this. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. Today was officially my last day at FedEx, man. Jim's happy. Blew out my equalizer on that one. He's been plotting and planning this one for a long time. No, man, today was my last day at FedEx. I put in my notice a couple weeks back, 3 weeks back, actually. It was supposed to be my last day last Friday. And in retrospect, after this really shitty week, I wish last Friday was my last one, but I told them I would work this week. You know, I was doing the financially responsible thing, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wish I had not. I wish I'd been irresponsible and took the time off, but it is what it is, man. I had a really horrible week, but I got to say goodbye to a lot of wonderful people that I will miss dearly. 12 years, man. A little over 12 years at FedEx. Almost all of that time entirely spent in Union County, Kentucky, with just the best people in the world. I have the greatest, because I was showing you a picture before we got started of a plate of food that I got from Irving Cable down in Sturgis, Kentucky. They fed me today. It was great. I went to Cobra Energy in Clay, Kentucky. I got to raid their kitchen. They always tell me to raid their kitchen and get all their snacks and stuff. Just a lot of fun memories, a lot of good times, a lot of great people. And it's time to move on to a different chapter in my life, man. So it was bittersweet, but much needed, the move. Time to move on to something different, because I just don't see things changing at FedEx anytime soon. So
They have changed a lot. I mean,
for
let's
the
be
worse.
honest.
For the worse.
Right, yeah. That's the whole, right?
It's all about self-preservation at this point, man. I'm in my 40s now, and the last thing I want to do is find myself in the 50s and just completely broke down.
Yeah.
Because that's where I would be headed to.
Yeah.
And so it's time to make a change, time to do something different. And that's what I'm doing. I got me a different job lined up. Got a couple weeks off in a row, going to Florida,
Nice.
here in a couple weeks. And so that's going to be a lot of fun.
You can use that extra work of that extra pay from this last week for maybe get a couple extra hookers and some cocaine.
Lots of hookers and lots of blow.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
That's what we're all about.
it's the way to go.
Yeah, found the title of our episode, Hookers and Blow.
Hookers and blow.
Anyway,
No, here's the thing.
what you got?
You've been there for 12 years.
I have been.
It's been well documented on this show, your feelings about your job.
Let's take a step back. Aspects of our job, namely the company. We can just say that.
That's fair.
Because the
That's fair,
job
'cause
is
there
fine.
are good things. I
The
mean,
job
yeah.
is fine. The people are fine.
Most
the
of the
route's
coworkers
fine.
are great.
Most of the
Yeah,
coworkers are great.
Most of the customers are good.
It's
yeah.
all the other crap
Yeah.
that you have to deal with that's the problem. And that's what has been the ongoing theme of our show, it
Yeah.
seems like.
It's it's just corporate America at its finest, right?
Yeah.
Which actually helps me segue into the fact that, hey, you can support the show by going to Amazon.com. No, but I mean, it's just this. So this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. So I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. I hope our longtime fans are excited. I'm hopeful to hear a different sound when I go, how are you, man? So
We'll see. Time will tell for sure. But let's get on with the show, man. Let's have some fun. Let's quit talking about us. All right, we're here to have some fun on the show. We're going to cover a movie here in a little while that I've never seen, that I definitely should have already seen. I've already alluded to that. It's going to blow Jim's mind. But before we get to that, we got a lot of other fun stuff lined up. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to dip into the mailbag, because I believe we have us some email.
You've got mail.
Oh boy, mail.
Whoa, we get mail?
It's been 84 years.
It certainly feels like it, Jim. Certainly does. But I do believe we have some mail,
we do.
and I would like to hear it, man. Who we got mail from, Jim?
Well, this is a newer longtime listener. If I remember correctly, when we first met him, he basically binged all of our stuff and then caught up with the first official season, right?
Yeah, like he burned through our archive in a matter of months, like maybe 2 months. It was fast.
Yeah, like
And
super hardcore.
He was super caught up, super quick, and rolled right into our official season 1, like right away.
So, Mr. A.C. Shaw,
Love Shaw. Gave him a big old hug this morning.
he's a good dude.
He is a great dude.
Actually, I think he won our gift battle, didn't he?
He really did. He's amazing.
A little help.
He had
a little
help.
assist.
He had help, but that's okay.
It was well worth it.
Yes, it was.
Title of the email. Mm-hmm. D&D Talk. I'm sorry, not sorry, Brian.
Oh boy, here we
go.
Season 2, man. That's the theme.
What is up, dudes? Hope all is well. Mm-hmm. Recently, Jim has been talking a lot about the super satanic and sinful dark acts of Dungeons and Dragons on the pod.
That's a hell of a start.
When Jim brought up Vox Machina, Critical Role's first campaign, and now animated series on the podcast, I can't tell you how excited I got. I'm the biggest Critical Role nerd, and I've listened to more than 1,300 hours of their content spread throughout one-shots, 2 fulls of campaigns, and their current campaign. Conversely, I regrettably have only played about 10 hours total of D&D. I am super jealous of Jimothy and his friends and their upcoming dive into a weekend of bourbon and buffoonery. I think I found the name of our getaway weekend now.
Bourbon and buffoonery. You're going to have shirts made, aren't you?
I think so. Don't tempt me. Brian knows. He already knows.
You are the recreation director.
He goes on to say, I may be the only one interested. However, I pose a few queries for you. 1. Jim, what class and race are you playing? Mayhaps a quick backstory or general theory behind the character. 2. Jim, if Brian...
I feel like this is all Jim related.
If Brian were any classes from D&D in a fantasy setting, what would be the choices in your ever so humble opinion? And 3. Brian.
Oh.
If Jim had a medieval or fantasy occupation, what passion do you think he would be pursuing?
Okay.
So,
Do you want me to start, or you want to go back? Should we get your 25 minutes out of the way right now? I want quick and succinct.
it's funny you should ask that. I always carry my 10-page backstory.
Here we go.
No, actually,
let me set the scene.
So yeah, what class and race am I playing? Play a wood elf named Balvir. He is a ranger outlander. Mayhaps a quick backstory. Yeah. So fun fact, first ever character to create for D&D. And I didn't know you weren't supposed to go as deep as I did, but I did create like a 5-page backstory leading up to the campaign that we were playing. It was so much so that when I gave it to the guy that's doing the DMing, he showed it to another guy that's been playing for a while and was like, this guy's a new guy? It's like, holy crap, he's like jumped onto it. So, Balvir, basically a quick backstory on him. He's a ranger, outlander, which means that he kind of lived in the woods most of his life, tracking, hunting. Basically married a high elf who was mauled and killed by an owlbear, along with his son. And then a couple years later, his father was murdered on the road. Basically has no family because his village was burned when he was a baby. Received a mysterious letter from the White Lotus inviting him to the salt marsh where he, in the first session, was found, started on a ship with this group of people that were also had received a letter. So that's kind of a quick backstory. I could go a lot deeper, but I'm not going to.
Please don't.
Not going to. You know, Sean, maybe I'll just share that stuff in all access for you, man. I'll just scan that as a PDF and put that in there, baby.
I think he would enjoy that, actually. I know you're joking, kind of.
I'm not.
I think you should.
I think people are still waiting on me to post pictures from the 4th of July. I don't know if I ever did that.
Yeah, you haven't done anything, Jim.
I'm a horrible person.
You're terrible at social media.
Right So the second question.
Oh, I forgot there was a second question.
So what kind of class or classes would Brian be in? Immediately when I read that, I was thinking barbarian dwarf. I could see that. I mean, that's just immediately off the top of my head. Or I could see you maybe playing a bard of some sort.
Okay.
Maybe a human bard, yeah. Who probably has a relationship with a tiefling. I could see that.
You're speaking a language right now that I have no idea.
I know, but like Shaw right now is probably...
Shaw is loving this right now.
We're not going to talk about how much he's loving. Okay, so number 3, Brian. Speaking of fantasy and medieval occupations, what passion do you think I would be pursuing? So,
well, you said bard. Like, is a bard a storyteller? What's a bard?
So a bard is kind of a general artist class. Has a little bit of magic.
Yeah.
Also has a little melee attacks and stuff like that. So it's kind of a good mix.
Okay.
But usually, yes, they're very charismatic individuals.
Well, that's what I was thinking for you. When I heard the question, that's what I was thinking for you. Like, that's what I would picture you as. You know, someone who is charismatic, someone who is outgoing, someone who's very vocal, someone who's very out there. People are going to know who you are. and you probably have a couple yarns to spin, that kind of thing. So I could definitely see you being that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Does that make you feel good?
Toss a coin for your Witcher.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty.
All right, Jim. That was a lot of fun reading the mail from Mr. Shaw.
Yeah.
Love Shaw, good dude.
I think I need to have him and you, Brian, maybe bring Kyle over.
Yeah.
Play a little D&D.
Sounds good. I like it.
Do that.
Let's do it. All right. Well, let's move on with our show, man. Our next thing that we're going to do something different, man. We've been kind of talking about this for a couple weeks now, and I hope it plays out as well as I'm wanting it to. But Jim and I are going to play a new game.
Do you want to play a game?
I want to play a game.
We're going to play a little game, okay?
I don't want to play.
I know who you are. And I don't care. But I don't play games.
You don't have to win. But everybody plays.
Ever since we did the side table on The Condemned, every time I hear that clip, man, I get excited because it's such a great quote.
It is a good quote.
It's a really good quote. I love it. All right. So Jim and I have been talking. We want to do something different. We always like to try and do some different stuff. Have fun. Give you guys something entertaining. More times than not, just give you guys something to laugh at us about, really. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? And so we decided we're going to do a fun little game here. I've seen other people do it. I've seen other YouTube channels do it or whatever. We're going to do 2 lies, 1 truth. So the idea of the game is we're going to have 3 statements that we're going to read. 2 of the statements are going to be lies. 1 of the statements is going to be a truth. And it's up to us to determine which one is true. Real simple, real easy. This is going to be some revealing stuff about us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, another segment just to make us embarrass each other. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys are going to reap the rewards of that. You get to listen to us act like idiots. So, Jim, would you like me to go first? Or would you like to go first?
Please do.
Okay. Now, I took it upon myself. I kind of broke mine up into like categories, so to speak. Would you like to choose the category?
What?
I had so much fun with this.
You went hard.
Yeah. Okay, here. How about this?
Okay.
I'm going to let you choose. First category is going to the movies. My other category is movie habits. Last category, just in honor of our previous episode, Jim Carrey.
Well, you know what? Let's just start with Jim Carrey.
Okay. I'm going to read off these statements. And like I said, 2 of these are lies. 1 of these is a truth. And Jim has to figure out which one's the truth. All right, you ready? First statement. I've never seen a Jim Carrey film in theaters. Only on DVD. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Second statement. I quote the same line from Ace Ventura at least once a week when I hear someone burp really loud. And then the last one, my first introduction to Jim Carrey was the sitcom Duck Factory, which I would watch over and over again with my mom and dad. 2 of those are lies, 1 of those is true. Which one is the truth?
The first one.
The I've never seen a Jim Carrey film in theaters, only on DVD?
Yes.
Wrong.
That would be wrong, sir.
So it was the Duck Factory one, huh?
That would be wrong, too.
What? You never quote Jim Carrey.
I quote the same line from Ace Ventura at least once a week when I hear someone burp really loud. And you want to know what the line is?
What is the line?
Yes, Satan?
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I see what you're doing there.
Yes.
So I just got random statements.
All right. Your turn. Here we go. 2 lies, 1 truth. I got to figure out the truth. Here we
So
go.
basically this category would be car accidents, I guess? I guess if we had to pick one.
Right. This will be fun.
Okay. First one. My mom once rear-ended Don Mattingly.
Okay.
I've never been in a car accident.
Oh. Okay.
And the third one is I wrecked my driver's ed car.
Oh, those are so good. Okay. One's true.
Yes.
They're all plausible.
Right? Well, because Don Mattingly lives in Evansville,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah. Gosh. Okay. I'm going to say that the truth is you wrecked the driver's ed car.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Yay! Wow, Jim. You and your crazy life.
Let's do another one,
You
Brian.
want to do another one, man?
Yeah.
I have 2 other categories.
Okay.
We did the Jim Carrey one. And I knew you would jump on that one. All right, going to the movies or movie habits? Which one you want to do first?
Let's do movie habits.
Movie habits. All right, here we go. First statement. One summer, I watched the movie Mannequin 37 times. Why are you laughing? Second statement. During my teenage years, I would go to the theaters alone and report back to my friends if the movies were any good. And the last one, every day after school for the first 5 months of my senior year, if I didn't have to work, I would watch the movie Friday. Which one is the truth?
I'm gonna have to go with the first one.
The one summer I watched the movie Mannequin 37 times?
Yeah.
I don't think that's right.
That would be wrong. Why was that funny? Why would that be funny?
Yeah, I don't know. It was actually 38 times.
The actual true statement is every day after school for the first 5 months of my senior year, if I didn't have to work, I would watch the movie Friday. And then some nights, even if I did work, I would still watch the movie Friday after I would get off work. Yeah. I watched it a couple times, and it was so damn funny to me. It was just one of those movies that just struck me. It's like it struck at the right time, and it was just so damn funny. And so I just started watching, and like I would come home from school, I would pop it in. This is back when I had VHS. I had a recorded copy of it, and I would watch it every night.
Huh. That's an interesting fact about you.
It's crazy, huh?
It is really crazy.
That's a lot of times watching the movie Friday.
Fun fact, I don't think I've ever seen the movie Friday.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I don't think I've ever seen the movie Friday.
You're the reason people hate us.
Are you serious right now?
Like
dude, what? That's a serious dude, what, right? You've never seen the movie Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Jim Miller. You don't know about Debo? Who wants some of Debo? Come on!
I know a guy named Debo, but...
You know, it's funny that you say that. We talked about how you've gotten so many different things throughout the course of the season you've been given context for. The clip that I use on the show, damn! That's from Friday!
I do know that that's from Friday. I do know that. That's the gift.
But you don't know why?
Nope, have no clue.
Oh my God! We should do, like, next season should just be all about movies you've never seen. All right. Let's do some more statements for you, Jim. Let's find some more dirty truths about you. Maybe some dirty lies as well.
Okay. This one is all about music.
Ooh, nice. Okay, cool.
Okay.
We kind of like music on this show. This will be fun.
Yeah. I've sang karaoke with a famous musician.
Oh, okay.
Second one, I've played drums for multiple groups.
Okay.
And the last one, so random, I've led an auditorium of people in a rousing rendition of I'm a Little Teapot.
I gotta go with that one for the truth.
Give me a hell yeah!
That is the truth.
Yeah! I could totally see you doing that too. Your church background, you're the recreation director.
But yes, I have led an auditorium of people and I'm a Little Teapot. Actually,
that's hilarious.
God. All right, man, let's do one more.
One more? You want to do one more piece?
So.
All right, this will be a lot of fun. All right, the last one I got it's called Going to the Movies. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do
This is going to be fun.
Okay.
First statement. During the movie Congo, I sat in a seat that had a Coke spilled in it, but was too embarrassed to get up and move. Second statement. During the movie Titanic, I nearly blinded my date with a piece of salty popcorn. And the last one, the first Christmas movie I ever saw in theaters was Prancer.
I'm going to go with the last one as the truth.
The last one's the truth? The first Christmas movie I ever saw in theaters was Prancer?
Yeah.
Hell no!
You would be wrong.
No, I was originally thinking the first one would be true just because that sounds dead up like you. You don't want to inconvenience anybody. I'll just sit in some Coke here. Am I right?
You suck because Stone Cold said so.
You were wrong.
No. Okay.
No, the true statement out of those three. During the movie Titanic, I nearly blinded my date with a piece of salty popcorn.
Oh my.
Hey! What I said to you?
So that's not a code for anything.
It's not code for anything. It was literally a piece of salty popcorn.
Dirty boy.
No, here's the story. All right, so this was my first wife. This is when we were dating. We were going to go see the movie Titanic. She wanted me to meet her friend. high school friend. It was like important for me to meet her friend because it's like, you wanted me to get along with her, one of her best friends, right?
Yeah.
So we go to see Titanic. We're like not even 10 minutes into the movie. And I just thought it'd be funny to just kind of, while I'm eating popcorn, just chuck one over, and like maybe start like a little mini popcorn fight, right? Sure as shit as I do that, it literally hits her directly in the eyeball. What? Not like on the side, not like up top, not like she saw it coming, blinked, and no. Directly into the middle of her eyeball. A salty piece of popcorn. It was like the worst luck known to man, and it should have been a red flag at that point. She was a trooper. She stayed and we watched the movie. She didn't leave, but her eye like swelled up and it was like all red, and yeah, she was kind of rough there for a while.
Let her go for a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. And then, but like, then it eventually cleared up, and I was nervous. I was like,
is that why you proposed to her? Because you're like, I
was like, I really probably should marry her now. I nearly took her sight.
Blinded by the light.
Wow, Jim.
Dude, that's crazy. It's believable though, because even to this day, you salt the crap out of your popcorn. That's like your thing.
It is. Sorry.
All right. I mean, I've learned to like it. So.
And dude, her friend is sitting there, and I'm like, I felt like this tiny. I was like, man, God, I am an idiot. Her friend's gonna hate me. This relationship's going nowhere. And it did. It went nowhere. Okay, Jim, you got one more we want to do here? Wrap this segment up?
I don't know if this one's any good. We'll see.
We'll make it fun.
It's about mistaken identity.
Oh, I like it already. Let's do it.
I once was mistaken for Jesus.
True. I don't even need to hear the other ones. No, go ahead.
I once won a lookalike contest for the Zac Brown Band.
Okay.
I once was arrested because I share the same name with my dad.
Oh, damn. Dark twist there, buddy. Damn. Again, all plausible. I'm going to go with the last one for the truth.
You are one pathetic loser.
You would be wrong.
Damn. Was it the Jesus one?
It was the Jesus.
I should have known. Damn it. It was so obvious. I should have known. It was like easy pickings. I got to hear the story on this.
Oh, okay. So, as you know, church background. Things
What?
Like that. Right? Like, never talked about it ever. Went on a mission trip to Jamaica. And basically, we were working for this group called International Orphans Relief, I think is what the name of it was, the company. But there was a kid at this orphanage we were working at who was a little older than the other kids, but he had a mental disability.
Okay.
So we're there, we're like kind of helping with just some projects and stuff that are going on, some construction projects, stuff like that, building a basketball court. My little group, we were helping paint this kind of outdoor, basically like a shelter house with like one block wall. Well, the wall had a mural of Jesus and like all the little kids. This guy with the mental disabilities, everybody called him Doogie.
Okay.
I do not know why. To this day, I do not know why. He would call me Pig Ears. That was my nickname.
Interesting.
He couldn't speak very well. Like, he came to the orphanage, I believe, like in a cage kind of thing. Like, he had a very
interesting,
traumatic life. Everybody knew Doogie. Everybody loved Doogie because he'd always say, money, money, money. Well, we were painting the mural. He kept pointing to the mural, and then he'd point to me.
Oh.
So he'd point to the mural of Jesus, and he'd say, Pig Ears. Like, he... Yeah. So, needless to say, I went to Jamaica 2 different times on 2 different trips. Doogie was there both times, and he remembered me. Like, he and I had like a pretty cool bond. So that was pretty cool.
So much is explained now. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand now, Jim. I was once lost in the dark. Now I'm found in the light.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? That turned out to be a lot more fun than I anticipated. Like, I was hoping it would be fun, and it was fun. Kind of like a fun take on Get to Know the Duders.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
A lot of fun. I like it. All right, let's move on to our next segment. Like I said, this is a jam-packed show, man. It's the final episode of Season 2. We're going to have a ton of fun, man. I mentioned it earlier. We cover a film that I've never seen that I should have already seen. We're going to get to that here in a little bit. But like I said, we also like to talk about movies, Jim, that we've seen recently. We like to talk about current stuff. stuff we've seen, sometimes TV shows, sometimes documentaries about Westerns. We're going to do a little movie talk.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I just want to watch my movie.
Who doesn't freaking love Russell Crowe, man? Jesus. All right, Jim, I got a very important question to ask you on this final episode of season 2. The crowd wants to know. The fans want to know. It is our job to tell them, Jim, have you seen any good movies lately?
I have.
Nice. What you got?
I've seen some good movies.
Yeah?
We'll go with the most recent one. One of the most recent ones I've seen.
Okay, what you got?
Actually, saw this one on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
It's free right now on Prime.
Loving the Amazon Prime, you are.
I am. And this is kind of appropriate because we just recently did Dang Stallone.
Dang Stallone!
A new Stallone movie just came out.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I think I might know what this is. Go ahead.
A superhero movie.
Yes.
Called Samaritan.
Nice. Okay. Now, I don't know the premise or anything like that. I've only seen a few little teasers. I got a general idea, but go ahead.
Dark, gritty. There's this kid, lives kind of in the hood, housing complex type deal.
Had a rough look from the trailer that I could tell.
The city used to have these two brothers that were heroes, like they were superheroes, more or less, and they both died in this horrific type accident like many years ago. One of the heroes was named Samaritan. And this kid had believed that Samaritan was still alive. Basically, he was holding on to the hope that Samaritan was still alive. Every couple months or, a year or so, he would go to this guy who was writing a book about Samaritan. Well, Stallone plays a garbage truck driver who lives in the same complex.
Right.
And basically, he's a tough dude, but stays to himself kind of guy.
Yeah.
There's an incident that happens where the kid believes that this is the guy, this is Samaritan. And so it's just kind of this unfolding and unfurling of that story.
Okay. Do they do a good job with the pacing?
I feel like overall it was good.
Right.
Okay.
Because I know sometimes you get in a story like this, some people like to jump the gun with their writing and unveiling too much too soon.
Well, I will say that it was one of those, I still enjoyed it. But I would say about midway through, there was a big reveal near the end. I told Kylie, I was like, I bet this.
You kind of knew what the gag would be.
And it was one of those like, okay,
before.
Is it because I watch a lot of movies and I look for stuff like that? Is it because it's just a story that's been told before, just in different packaging?
Gotcha.
I don't know. So, but it still was entertaining. It's still worth a watch. It's Stallone, dude.
Dang Stallone, of course. You should watch
Samaritan, man. You should watch it.
Nice.
I found him. Samaritan.
Samaritan died 25 years ago.
That's what they say.
Good. Samaritan's dead. For some people, it's too late to change the damage they've done.
So, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen any good movies lately?
I've seen some good movies lately. And I've seen some good movies way back in the past that we haven't even talked about yet. It's been so long on some of these that I have in my notes. We did the side table discussion movie talk last year on season 1, and we uncovered a bunch of movies from our archive, but still didn't even clean all of that out. It's ridiculous. I still got an overflow from back then. But I'm going to start with something that we've seen recently, a much newer film. I didn't know what to make of this going into it. It's a video game adaptation, but it's a video game that I haven't played yet. So I had no concept whatsoever. A little movie called Uncharted.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg.
Happens to be on Netflix at this moment.
Happens to be on Netflix. It's where we watched it.
Okay.
And have you seen Uncharted yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I want to because I've actually played the game.
Okay. I have all the games. I just haven't played them because there was a period there where I played Last of Us for like 3 years straight. But anyway, it's a whole another story for a whole other day, whole other podcast. Let me tell you something right now. I feel like we've kind of bagged on Mark Wahlberg a little bit.
Yeah.
With his acting.
Sure.
We've made the comment like it's Mark Wahlberg in another Mark Wahlberg movie kind of thing, right? This is a movie that I feel like they did a great job of writing to the strengths of Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
Like Mark Wahlberg in this role as this character made sense. How he was made sense. The things he said, the direction that he took, how he was overall, it all made sense. And it played really well into the story.
Okay.
So I dug that. That was great. Tom Holland, believable as hell as a hero, as a lead, especially in an action kind of sense. I mean, we see it with Spider-Man. We've sung his praises so many times about his performance as Peter Parker and Spider-Man in the Marvel universe. I mean, we can go on for days about Tom Holland, but seeing him outside of the MCU and something else that's also an action vehicle is believable.
Yeah.
Believable. Like a very believable character and entertaining to watch. I love the story. It's an adventure story. You know, we talked about Raiders of the Lost Ark not too long ago here on this season. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit when we talked about Raiders that Uncharted had that I didn't feel like Raiders had was if you have a great story, especially when you're dealing with action, you got to add some fun stuff to it, you know, to keep you on your toes.
Right.
This one had great twists. It had great action, had a little bit of intrigue. It had backstabbing. I mean, the way that I kind of summed it up whenever I was taking my notes on it, it's basically Goonies, but for adults.
Okay.
And it was fun. It worked.
You know, that's fair because from vaguely what I remember playing the game, I got that feeling with it. So it sounds like they really stuck to kind of the whole premise of the game itself.
Yeah, I think so. And the way that they start the film off, like I said, I've never played the game, but I think the way that they started the film off was a callback to the game. I think there is a section in the game that you're going to fall out of an airplane and you have to do like quick time events and stuff like that, like on cargo that's hanging out of the plane.
Yep.
I think they took that straight from the game, put it right into the film, and that's how the film starts.
Okay.
And you're like,
well,
what the hell's going on?
That's great to know because if you've ever watched the trailer,
right,
that's a big part of the trailer.
Yes.
And I think that's what the hook of the trailer is, right? Because if you played the game, you're like, holy crap, they're doing that scene. And so I'm glad to hear it's at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, too often times, we've talked about this before, where trailers ruin a movie because they show all the good stuff. So.
Well, they did a good job with, you know, we've talked about in films where you plant a seed of something and then you come back and pay it off later.
Yep.
And they did that with this film.
Kind of like Mortal Kombat.
Yes. This kicked off the movie, but then they bring it back around later.
Okay.
And it makes sense when they bring it back around.
Okay.
Because you get more context and more bells and whistles added to the scene that helps make it play out and then gives you the tension with the characters and stuff. So it actually worked out really well. I enjoyed it. I feel like they're going to do more. I hope they do because it was just a fun adventure movie to watch. So I would check it out. If you like adventure films, if you like movies that are in that vein, I would check it out. It was fun. It was just a fun movie.
Nice.
There are places out there you can't find on any map. They're not gone. They're just lost.
So Jim, what else you got over there, man? I know you got a bunch you want to talk about. We're not going to talk about all of them, but what do you got?
I do have some more to talk about. You know what?
Yeah, man.
I think I'm going to talk about a documentary.
Here we go again.
Well, you're keeping in theme. Your
theme.
I
did. I went on a documentary kick. We know this. And I've kind of been holding on to some of them. This is the last one that I was holding on to.
Liar.
For now.
You have more.
This one's not about D&D.
Oh,
sorry,
imagine that.
Shaw. It's about, I don't know if people have heard of this guy. It had 54 wins, by the way. It's called Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's about a guy, some people maybe have never heard of the guy. His name's Fred Rogers.
Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Now, this wasn't the movie with Tom Hanks. This was a documentary.
This was a documentary.
Okay.
Now, I thought, when I first saw it, I think I might have thought...
You thought it was going to be the Tom Hanks movie?
I thought it was a movie,
right.
And I realized it was a documentary, but I was still...
It kept you interested.
Very much so.
Okay, cool.
Very much so. Dude, it was really... Mr. Rogers is one of those guys that anybody that remembers watching him...
Yeah.
I think they would look back on with fondness.
Absolutely.
Like, it's one, I mean, for a lot of kids, especially in our generation, I'd say, it shaped who they were.
I know that I didn't watch it all the time, but I remember when I was young and it was on, I would want to watch it because I always wanted to see where the train was going.
Yes.
You know? And so, but yeah, I would sit and I would watch it.
This was really good because it delved more into who he is.
Right.
Or who he was. Apparently he was going to be a pastor. I didn't know this. I had always heard rumors that he was a sniper in the Army and all this stuff. Like that's the one that people would always talk about. You know, he's a sniper, right?
I think I remember hearing that.
They talk about that in this documentary.
Do they really?
He was not a sniper in the Army. Spoiler alert.
Was he ever in the Army?
No. But he actually was going to go to school to be like a Presbyterian pastor and something. But like, it was interesting to hear like kind of behind the scenes of him, like his life.
Yeah.
But then to see how serious he took just public television.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, there was the where he was in the court and like he was fighting for public.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
There was like in front of the not the Supreme Court, but like in front of Congress. I think
he went to the congressional hearings and testified to basically about public funding.
Yeah.
And how important public funding for, you know, PBS, NPR, things like that. Just more specifically with educational TV programming for children.
Yes.
And how necessary and vital it was, especially at that time. And if you've never seen it, we need to find the video on YouTube because it's on YouTube. His full deposition where he talked, and it's powerful and it's engaging, and you might actually shed a tear listening to him talk because he's so passionate about it.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing about him that in this documentary. It's easy as you get older to look at film and at TV personas and just see it as just that. It's a persona.
Right. Yeah.
It's an act.
Yeah.
This man was genuinely a very quiet, compassionate individual.
That's just who he was.
And it was very evident just in watching. You're just like, holy cow. Like, this guy was like the real deal. He really believed what he was saying.
Kind of like you look at him and you think to yourself, we need more of this today.
Absolutely.
Right.
He realized and recognized once he became kind of more famous.
Yeah.
He took responsibility for that. Like, he understood the mantle that he was carrying. He continued to carry it.
Well, I mean, we can go into a deep dive on that. And we have before in the past when you find yourself suddenly in the limelight, you have a responsibility, regardless of whether or not you think you do or not. You do.
Yeah.
Just by proxy. If you have a light shined on you in such a way, it's beholden of you to make the best of that time that you have in the limelight.
Right.
And that's when you make who you are. It's who are you? Who do you want to be? Who do you want the world to see you as? It's nice to know that someone like Mr. Rogers didn't go the other way.
Right. It was intriguing for me from an artistic standpoint because it talks about how very simple, like all of his set was very, very simple.
Right.
And it was just kind of like, no, we're going to do this sock puppet.
And that's
like,
that's kind of the point, though.
And it stayed that way.
Yeah.
Because it was all about imagination.
Right.
I don't know, just seeing that element, but then also seeing kind of, he understood this became not just a job for him. It became a passion. It became his life. It was part of who he was. And even hearing like some of the people that are still alive today that were brought onto the show or that worked with him on set and stuff like that, and they brought in some of them and were interviewing them. He was pivotal in a lot of things when the civil rights movement stuff was going on. There's a lot of things where he saw it as important to be able to speak to kids when all the world is in turmoil.
Right.
He did it beautifully. I don't know, bro. Like just watching the documentary, I just have more of an appreciation for Fred Rogers and just for Mr. Rogers. And, it's just like, man, why the hell aren't there not more people in the world like that? Like, why can't more people be like that?
Right. But only one Fred Rogers.
There really is. It's definitely worth sitting down and watching.
Nice. I dig it.
Won't you be my neighbor? Well, I suppose it's an invitation. It's an invitation for somebody to be close to you. The greatest thing that we can do is to help somebody know that they're loved and capable of loving. Won't you please? Won't you please?
All right, man. What else you got over there?
Well, like I said, I got some movies that we watched a long time ago. Like pandemic long time ago that we've never gotten around to talking about.
Yeah.
We've talked about so many other movies since then. And I've just never gotten around to these. But I'm going to talk about a rom-com, because I know it's your favorite.
Ooh, yeah.
It's I guess you can kind of say it's an indirect sequel, so to speak, to the film What Women Want.
Oh, yes.
They put out a rom-com version called What Men Want.
Yes.
It's got Taraji P. Henson, who's just amazing. Love her. She's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, it was a cute movie. It was okay. They played on the thing where, you know, she has an incident happen, and now all of a sudden she can hear what men think.
Yeah.
You know, you can hear their thoughts and kind of uses that to her advantage or whatever. And then it kind of falls into this idea of like, you know, the rom-com thing where she's kind of interested in somebody and doesn't know how he feels, and is he kind of a player, kind of not, or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. But at the same time, she works for like a sports firm.
Okay.
Where like I guess she might be an agent where they represent all kinds of athletes from different walks of life.
Yeah.
And she's trying to get this big promotion that she keeps getting screwed out of. She's worked her butt off. She deserves it. And so now she has this ability to hear what men can think. And she's in this male-dominated field.
Right.
So now she's kind of using that to her advantage to try and get that promotion. So, you know, it's got funny moments and stuff. She does really well in the role. I felt like the first one, What Women Want, had kind of like a little bit more dramatic tone to it.
Yeah.
This one just went straight up comedy, but it had comedy with an edge to it. It had some attitude. And I think a lot of that just comes from Taraji, because she can convey that, and it's believable. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just, she has that demeanor and that personality. Like when the way she says stuff, the way she delivers lines, just this overall demeanor and attitude. It's believable.
Yeah.
And it works. It works on film. She's funny, very believable in the character. There's an actor that's in it. His name is Aldous Hodge. And he did really, really, really well in this movie. I made a note that I'd like to see more of what he can do. Okay. I don't think I've seen him in anything else up until now. But if he were to pop up in a film, I'd be like, I'm interested to see what's going on. Because he did really well in this. I'd recommend it at least one time. I'd watch it. It's fun. It's kind of like a nice little popcorn date night kind of film.
Yeah.
Sit down on the couch, enjoy it. Just don't throw the popcorn at your date's or your wife's eye, because that would be bad.
Oh my God, I can only hear men's thoughts.
That cloud you're walking through, that's my farts.
Yeah, it was the psychic. She gave me this tea. And you drank it? She said to. I thought black people stopped drinking tea after Get Out. This is not a curse. This is a gift.
So, Jim, since we're doing action-packed and chock full of goodness on this last episode of season 2, let's do one more, man. Let's talk about another film.
I think it's good. Yeah,
one more piece, man. What else you got over there?
You know, we are trying harder, Brian.
We've been trying harder.
We're trying harder to give a little more content on the way out.
Content.
This
entertainment.
Hashtag content.
Fun. Hashtag content. Thank you, Stephen A. Turner.
This one is a movie that, when it came out, there was some controversy.
Ooh, okay.
And I'll be honest, because of the controversy, I was a little hesitant to jump on the train of watching it.
Man, I'm intrigued.
It's a Disney film, actually.
What?
It is a live-action Disney film.
Okay.
Recently watched it with the girls. It was a couple months ago.
Okay.
It's a little movie called Mulan.
Okay. I don't know anything about it.
It is a live action of the animated film Mulan.
Yeah. You said Mulan, and I was like, didn't they do an animated version of this story a while back?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
And so they did a live action version. Most of it was filmed in China, and this is why there was some controversy. And I'll link to it on, it actually, Screen Rant has a whole thing on it. And I think the reason why it became a bigger deal was
because John Cena said something about it.
John Cena! Do you want to get striked?
No, no. No, this was filmed around the Uyghur Muslim internment camps in China.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And there's actually like a little over a minute. You can see it in the background, basically.
Oh.
So it's basically China's concentration camp, if we're going to be honest, like for Muslims, okay? So
that's heavy.
The reason why it was such a controversy, obviously, is because of human rights.
Right.
But then It was also around the time that Disney was like, hey, we're not going to film in Georgia because there's something else going on about human rights. So they were making a big political segment here, but then they're also releasing a film where, like, internationally, it's like, so they caught a lot of flack on both sides of the aisle.
Gotcha.
Okay, so, but because of that, it was more because their response was kind of flippant and like, well, it's only 70 seconds or something or whatever in the film, And it's just like, yeah, but there's still like millions of Muslims like that are in a camp. Like, I don't know. Do you have nothing to say? That's where it became a kind of a big deal, and that's why there's a lot of controversy, and it didn't do as big as it could have done.
Right.
Just goes to show you, like, whatever makes the money, right?
Of course.
So anyway, all that to say, even in spite of all of that,
yeah,
it's actually really good, action-packed, has a martial arts kind of vibe to it.
Yeah. What's it about? Like, what's the story?
More or less, Mulan plays a daughter who's the only heir, if you will, to her family's legacy. And
okay.
It's just her dad is this guy who used to be a well-known soldier, kind of old, broken down. The king is wanting to go to war, and basically all the men are having to go.
She's wanting to be a fighter, right? She's wanting to be a soldier.
Yeah, so she basically takes his armor because knowing that he will die, that he won't even be able to stand, right? Because he's all old and broken down. And she more or less steals his armor and goes and pretends to be him.
Okay.
Long down the story, it's discovered that she's a woman.
But she's a badass.
For all the training and everything else, she kicks ass and takes names.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the setup.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
The whole concept, the whole story concept is good.
Nice.
I was not a fan of the animated movie, but I think it's because when it came out, I was kind of like, it was near the end of like the golden age of Disney.
Gotcha.
And for me, I had already grown up past that. So like for me, it didn't do much for me. But I will say the film, really good. Really well done.
Okay.
A lot of good actors in there. And,
oh, yeah?
Yeah. You just have to watch it and see.
I'll just have to check it out for myself. Okay.
Yeah. But it's
I'm
good.
interested.
It's definitely worth watching.
Well,
Beautiful.
I love, like I said, the concept, the way you set it up there, and then I love martial arts, so.
Just the scenery, just everything is beautiful.
Cinematography's great.
Yes.
Nice.
Minus that 70 seconds of a. But but honestly, you won't know unless you're looking for it that it's there. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't look for it then.
Yeah. So, other than that, enjoy it.
You will die pretending to be something you're not.
Yet here I stand.
All right, man. One more. What do you got?
All right, last one I'm going to talk about, man. Again, another one that I watched quite a while back. I don't think I've talked about this yet, which is surprising. Like, just really kind of, like, really? I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, really haven't talked about this? Another sequel, so to speak. This one is definitely a sequel for sure. I know we talked about What Men Want, and it's kind of like a loose sequel.
Yeah.
This one is full on sequel. We watched a while back during the year that should not be named. Jumanji: The Next Level.
Yes.
Now, I tell you what, here's the thing, man. Sequels are hard. Sequels are really hard to get right. There's only, like, within the last decade, been a handful of quote-unquote sequels that have really hit. Now, you could say the MCU, in some kind of regard, is sequel after sequel after sequel because they're all chapters in the same book. But that's not the case.
Right,
you have your Iron Man stuff, you have your Thor stuff, you have your Captain America stuff, on down the line, Spider-Man. We could talk about that for days. Jumanji: The Next Level is one of those rare times when the sequel did really, really freaking good. Almost as good as the original one. Not the original Robin Williams one, but the original one from this run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This reimagining. The original Jumanji with Robin Williams, and then this run, they all play in the same sandbox. They're all in the same Jumanji universe, so to speak. And so it's nice to see how well they did with the creativity of furthering the storyline down. I think the thing that I enjoyed most about it was, like, in a true sequel, not necessarily a movie sequel, but a quote-unquote video game sequel, they did a great job of introducing quote-unquote new characters.
Yes.
New playable characters that you can choose from.
Like Awkwafina?
Yes. Dude, okay, here's the thing. I know Awkwafina has taken some hits within the last couple years because of some stuff that she did on her sketch comedy show. I don't know much about that. I can't comment on that. All I can comment on is how she is as an entertainer on film. She is freaking phenomenal. I love Awkwafina.
Yeah.
Awkwafina is hilarious. You know, the work that she has done in Shang-Chi, how she is in this film, she was just outstanding in this movie. Hilarious, fun to watch, just great. For you guys who haven't seen Jumanji Next Level, which, come on, you guys have seen it.
At this point, you've seen it.
At this point, you've seen it. I mean, everybody knows now, like, the main character goes back into the video game because he's just trying to capture some of that magic again. He just wants his friends to be back together kind of thing. And but his grandfather gets sucked into, who's played by Danny DeVito, and Danny DeVito's friend, not friend, bitter enemy, whatever, played by Danny Glover, gets sucked into it. And just the way Awkwafina plays the characters and how the characters switch around.
Yes.
Jack Black, I don't even care for Jack Black, can't stand Jack Black, but my God, was he amazing in both of the Jumanji films.
Yes.
Just the way he bounces from character to character, outstanding. Outstanding. Good stuff, man.
Kevin Hart playing Danny Glover.
Dude, Kevin Hart playing as Danny Glover is probably one of the funniest things ever because he freaking nailed it.
Nailed it. Yep.
Hilarious. Yep. Just good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they're obviously going to make a trilogy. They have to, because the way they left this one off.
Well, what do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? They left it off with this great Easter egg from the original Jumanji.
Yeah.
Perfect, beautiful, loved it. And it just sets it up to where they can have a trilogy that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, it's not a trilogy you're just throwing out there as a cash grab.
Yeah.
From a story standpoint, it makes sense why they would do a third one. And I'm excited for it. I want to see it. Like, I want to see it. Most times you get a trilogy or any kind of franchise, you're like, oh, great, here's another one.
Yeah.
But I want to see the third installment. I really want to see it. Because, again, it taps into that whole adventure, the action of it all, the humor. It all works really well together. Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart together works in this universe.
Yes.
This is why that friendship works so well, because of stuff like this. And, you know, talk about the dynamic between actors and characters. Danny DeVito and Danny Glover, those two working off each other.
Yes.
But then the way it swings around, the emotional aspects of where that story goes.
Right.
It was so unexpected, but so beautiful at the same time. It was great. I loved it. And I'm a fan. I love it. It was a great movie. I think I might actually like this one better than the first one.
Which,
because
to
it was
know that
really
it's a
good.
sequel of a sequel is a big deal.
It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. But
I think it's a testament to, I mean, because when you were talking about like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that on the show. And then I remember going and watching it. And dude, it was so great. Like we were talking about how they just nailed it for a sequel, reboot. Like it was just this beautiful thing.
Yep.
And then to then, see them do the next level. And I'm with you, man. Like, I remember Kylie and I, we both sat down and watched it. It is a great
because I remember that I had told you how great it was, and then you had said that your wife was like, oh, I wish you hadn't said that, because, like, there's no way you could live up to it.
Right.
But then it does live up to it.
She was it was really great.
Yeah, and I think the reason why that it was able to live up to it is because they didn't try and force so much from the original to be in the new one.
Right.
They just left little breadcrumbs here and there, just little homages, little tributes, little things that true fans of the original Jumanji would pick up on and would appreciate going forward with this new storytelling. I loved it. That was great. And Next Level just carried that on. Same deal.
Yeah, just kind of rounded out even more of that. And to think of where the next one's going to go.
Oh, it's amazing. I can't wait. I think it's going to be great. And I wish they'd get on it like right now. So get on it, Dwayne.
This next venture is even more challenging. And remember, the future of Jumanji is in your hands.
I have one important question. Who is Jumanji?
Is that Barbara's boy?
We're gonna die.
We did die.
Are we in hell?
I knew it.
Oh my God.
All right, brother man. Good movie talk, man. We talked about a lot of films right there. Documentary. Good stuff, man. We're keeping our themes going this year, man. We're trying harder for you guys. We love you. All right. We're going to get on to what we're here to do, man. This is the big one, dude. Are you excited? Are you ready? Are you pumped?
I don't know. I'll be honest. Like, I was like, What will be bigger than half the movies you revealed already? Like,
so
you dropped some big ones this year. So that's where I'm like, how can it top? I don't know. So I'm interested to see. I had a thought.
Yeah.
I had a thought.
Well, save your thought.
So we'll see if I'm anywhere over the target or not. So
we're a movie review podcast, Jim. It's what we do here on the show. We cover movies I've never seen that I definitely should have already seen before. All right. And when we last left off, I didn't give you any categories at all.
You did not.
I just said we're going to watch a movie that I've never seen. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to destroy you and probably potentially change the course of our relationship. And I think right now we should probably go ahead and do that. It's what we should do. Okay. Usually you lead up to this and you're like, Brian, what's in the box? But I'm just going to go do it right now.
Oh, what's in the box?
Jim, get ready to have your mind blown.
I don't like. I feel like you're like overselling this. It's gonna be like a dud. And we're like,
it's Mannequin
for the 38th time.
Warning: you're about to hear Jim Miller cuss me out violently, and rightfully so. But consider this payback for The Big Lebowski. A lot of foul language, a lot of hard feelings, a lot of hilarity. Enjoy.
What the fuck ever? No.
Yes!
No.
Not a dud!
Fuck you, Brian Sumner. You're stupid. You are stupid. This whole, why in the hell...
You didn't even comment on the fact that
it's a VHS. I don't care.
I put a VHS copy.
It doesn't matter.
It's not even a DVD.
Shut up. Shut up. You have got to be fucking kidding me right now.
Look. Here's the thing. Like before we even say what it is, on the front of the VHS copy,
it doesn't, just shut up.
It says an adventure 65 million years in the making. This is a moment that's been 65 years in the making. I've been waiting to do this all season. This is awesome. I had this plan since last year. Oh, God. This is great. I love it.
Brian.
Yeah.
How in the hell have you never seen Jurassic Park?
I just haven't, man. Look, it's one of those... okay.
Like, you've never seen any of Jurassic Park?
I've seen parts of it. That's it. On TV. I've never actually sat down and watched it. Never. I've only caught parts here and there. I don't remember anything about it.
You were telling me just the other day your grandson loves dinosaurs and that he...
This is the funny thing. I want you to open your mind right now, okay?
It's going to be difficult, but okay.
There have been signs of this all season long.
Oh, I see signs all around this fucking studio, Brian. Right. But they don't scream, hey, I've never seen this movie. No, they scream, yeah, it's a movie that's part of, yes, I know, there's a giant sign.
We have the sign that says dangerous.
Luis Hernandez, whose newborn son last year for Halloween, they dressed him up as a dinosaur and had that as part of the...
We have the sign hanging here. We have the little Jurassic Park Jeep right here on top of the divider between us. We have my grandson's birthday gifts that have dinosaurs on them, and you got a dinosaur blanket right there. We had the VHS prominently, the VHS copy of Jurassic Park in the case. I have a stack of VHS movies in the glass case. This was purposely put in front of the case the whole entire time. And to top it all off, it makes it even so much better. When we did the last episode of Me, Myself, and Irene, you were wearing a Jurassic Park shirt whenever I said I was going to blow your mind. I didn't even plan that.
How did I know it would? I should have known it would have been a Steven Spielberg movie. Like, I should have known. I should have known.
Good stuff, man.
You are stupid, man.
I love it.
This is dumb.
This is
what, like.
I am so happy right now.
You know
this
what?
is the exact reaction that I wanted.
It's okay. I'm not even sorry for never watching The Big Lebowski till recently, because Jurassic Park, dude, really? Really? We've been doing this for 5 years, bro.
I know, dude. I know. And I've been thinking back. I was thinking back the other day. I don't think, maybe I have, but I don't think I've ever actually put Jurassic Park in a category as a selection.
No, you haven't, because everyone knows you've seen it. Obviously not. I was sitting here like, I bet it's Gladiator. He's going to mess with me. Like, maybe it's Gladiator. And then I thought, or maybe it's the Batman 1989 version. I was like, maybe it's one of those. And he'd be like, oh. And I'll be like, okay, oh, yeah, this is, but Jurassic Park?
You know what's funny about those that you listed?
Whatever. I don't know if you've seen it.
You're like genuinely mad right now.
I guess we'll have to wait till season 6. Gosh.
This is awesome. This is the best ever. I'm happy.
You know what? I'm
so
normally kind of like, I know it's surprising for people to hear.
I'm
really I try to pull back on dropping the F-bomb, and I kind of feel a little bad about it, but no, fuck you, Brian. What in the fuck? Really? Whatever. All right, I'm gonna go turn the air on. So if you want to wrap this up, and then I guess we're gonna watch Jurassic Park. Fuck you.
We're gonna go watch Jurassic Park now. Hey, I know another listener out there that's gonna be really pissed off. As Gary Saylor, he's gonna be extremely pissed off about that. He's gonna be like, "What?" He sent me a text message and gave me grief whenever we watched Star Wars: A New Hope. He was like, "Wait a minute, hold up, Star Wars, you're dead to me now. I'm really dead to him now." So we're gonna go watch Jurassic Park now. For whatever reason you've never seen Jurassic Park, we know you have. You get your VHS copy off the shelf like I did. Pop it in your VCR. Watch it for old time's sake. Take some notes. Eat some popcorn. Come back on the back half with us.
Maybe just with Brian. We'll see.
Jim might leave out of anger. Come back with your notes on the back half. We're going to compare the notes. Spoilers ahead, obviously. We're going to talk about the film. We're going to talk about it all. And we're going to see how I feel about it. Because Jim has opinions and thoughts. So this will be a lot of fun. And we will see you guys on the back half.
Fuck you, man.
Dr. Grant. My dear Dr. Sattler. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That doesn't look very scary. More like a 6-foot turkey.
A turkey, huh? Okay. Try to imagine yourself in the Cretaceous period. And you keep still because you think that maybe his visual acuity is based on movement, like T-Rex, and he'll lose you if you don't move. But no, not Velociraptor. You stare at him, and he just stares right back.
I own an island off the coast of Costa Rica. I've leased it from the government, and I've spent the last 5 years setting up a kind of biological preserve. Really spectacular, spared no expense.
How fast are they?
Well, we clocked the T-Rex at 32 miles an hour.
T-Rex?
Mm-hmm.
You said you've got a T-Rex?
Uh-huh.
Say again.
We have a T-Rex.
If 2 experts sign up on the island, the insurance guys will back off. I've already got Ian Malcolm, but they think he's too trendy. They want Alan Grant.
Grant? You'll never get him out of Montana.
Why not?
Because Grant's like me. He's a digger.
Let's face it, in your particular field, you're the top minds. And if I could just persuade you, give it your endorsement, maybe even pen a wee testimonial, I could get back on schedule.
She had them all attacking the fences when the feeders came.
The fences are electrified, though, right?
That's right, but they never attacked the same place twice. They were testing the fences for weaknesses systematically. They remember.
Because Velociraptor's a pack hunter, you see. He uses coordinated attack patterns. He doesn't bother to bite your jugular like a lion, see? No. He slashes at you, maybe across the belly, spilling your intestine.
You shouldn't use my name.
Dodgson! Dodgson! We've got Dodgson here! See, nobody cares.
That is one big pile of shit.
He's gonna eat the goat?
What's the matter, kid? You never had lamb chops?
I happen to be a vegetarian.
God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man destroys God. Man creates dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs eat man. Woman inherits the earth.
John, the kind of control you're attempting is, it's not possible. Listen, if there's one thing the history of evolution has taught us, it's that life will not be contained. Life breaks free, it expands to new territories, and it crashes through barriers painfully, maybe even dangerously.
You're implying that a group composed entirely of female animals will breed?
No, I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
It's all an illusion.
When we have control again.
You never had control. That's the illusion. I was overwhelmed by the power of this place. But I made a mistake, too. I didn't have enough respect for that power, and it's out now.
How can we stand in the light of discovery and not act?
Oh, what's so great about discovery? It's a violent, penetrative act that scars what it explores, what you call discovery. I call the rape of the natural world.
I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but look. Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution, have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together. How can we possibly have the slightest idea of what to expect?
Let's get something straight, John. This is not a weekend excursion. This is a serious investigation of the stability of the island. Your investors, whom I represent, are deeply concerned. 48 hours from now, if they're not convinced, I'm not convinced. I shut you down, John.
In 48 hours, I'll be accepting your apology.
And we're back.
Yes, we are, Jim, with a late night Friday headache.
I will tell you.
Yeah.
What a way to end the frickin' season, man.
Well, we'll find out here in a
You just
minute.
had to go out with a bang. A big blockbuster of a movie.
Yeah.
All right, so Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Just saying it again, you're like, man. We were like 20 minutes into the movie, and I just look over and you're shaking your head. And I'm like, what? And you're like, just shut up.
Yeah, it's just, you would think that by now we've gone through all the movies that can't surprise me, but surprise, here we are. So
this is a big surprise.
This was a big one.
Yeah.
Man, there's a crap ton of fun facts, behind the scenes, all kinds of stuff. I mean, this movie did a stupid amount of awards, made a stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
It was groundbreaking in a lot of ways. It's frickin' Steven Spielberg being Steven Spielberg with a ultra massive budget.
That's funny.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about this.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't really care how you feel about it. I like it. So you can say whatever you want, feel whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Right. So with all that being said, Brian.
Yeah.
We've kind of talked about this before. I think it was last season. There was a question brought up about favorite dinosaur.
Oh, yeah. Was that first season?
It might have been. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, yeah.
But obviously, we're talking about dinosaurs here. Mm-hmm. So let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite dinosaur?
Yeah, we did have this conversation before because I said the T-Rex and you called me a typical meathead. I remember.
I don't remember it being that.
I remember
that hostile, but maybe it was.
Oh, it was very, very hostile. I was judged wholeheartedly. Yes, no, T-Rex. I would say, yeah, it was probably my favorite out of the dinosaurs for sure. I mean, I do have a thing for the Brontosaurus. I do like the Brontosaurus. Just they look cool. You know, big and the huge long necks, and they're pretty cool. But the T-Rex is kind of my dude. I think I've said it in the past. I used to have a puzzle that I would work in my bedroom. Had my little desk there, and every day I would just kind of come home and work this puzzle. And I can't remember. I want to say it was like a 300-piece puzzle or something like that. I memorized. I worked it so many times. I got it to where I could work the puzzle like, I don't know, something stupid, under a minute or something dumb. It was ridiculous because I worked the puzzle so many times. But it was just a big picture of a T-Rex. So yeah.
Okay.
I think you're the Stegosaurus kind of guy, right?
I do. I like Stegosaurus. Yep. I always forget about Triceratops.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the Triceratops once again in this film reminded me how much I do enjoy that one as well. So
right.
It's like the rhino of dinosaurs. So, but cool. So, trying to think of how we would describe this kind of movie. It's kind of a mixture, sci-fi, adventure. Some would say kind of monster, Kind of got a monster vibe.
Suspense.
Yeah. More so of a creature film.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever actually covered a creature film directly.
I don't think so, no.
I mean, you could count Jaws as that, obviously.
Jaws,
but...
Alien, maybe.
Yeah.
Alien can kind of fall into that same vein, but this is a little different. The suspense is there. It's not the same type of suspense as Alien. Alien was edge of your seat, take you out of your element kind of suspense. This is more like action suspense.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say suspense for sure. You could throw it definitely into that category. It was kind of almost like, it's kind of weird to say it. It's like if Michael Myers was a T-Rex.
Okay.
Kind of how I felt watching it.
Okay.
Because you never knew where he was going to be.
Right.
You kind of had that vibe. Where was he going to be? Where was the T-Rex going to come in and do some damage? The big bad, so to speak. And then you got the Velociraptors going absolutely apeshit.
I guess my point in asking that is, what is it that you look for in a film with creatures?
I mean,
like a creature suspense, creature horror, creature action, however you want to describe it. What is it that you would be looking for?
Well, for starters, I mean, let's just start with the CGI, the graphics, the practical effects and things like that. I mean, it's got to look good. I mean, whatever it is. I mean, with this one, obviously, it's dinosaurs. So there's already a preconceived idea just from what we know, from what we've learned throughout the years of what dinosaurs look like, how they're supposed to act or whatever. And so it's kind of like, at this point, you got to fill in the blanks with your creativity and your imagination because, I mean, no one ever really knows what a dinosaur sounds like, right? I mean, we know what they're supposed to look like. We have an idea just based off of fossils and off of, you know, what we've learned in school and everything like that. But, you know, mannerisms and how they adapt to their environment and what they sound like, you know, things like that. I think you have to create the realness as a movie producer and a director. So you have to take what you know and then add a little creativity to it and make it something that the audience wants to get lost with. I think they did it on this. I think they did it really good on this.
What's funny, you're talking about we don't know what they sound like. You want to guess where they got the recording of the T-Rex's yell or roar?
Huh. I don't know. What is it?
It was a lost tape they found in an archaeological dig. It was a combination of a dog, a penguin, a tiger, an alligator, and elephant sounds. It was all mixed together.
In the interest of science and curiosity, we here at the Dude What Laboratories felt the need to try and recreate the sound from Jurassic Park. Let's see if we were able to replicate.
I will say we were watching it with surround sound in our studio. You could definitely feel it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think this is the type of movie that you have to have that. Because especially the scenes where... What was it that Jeff Goldblum called it?
Anybody hear that? It's an impact tremor is what it is. I'm fairly alarmed here.
Those, you kind of felt it in the distance. And it had built as it got closer and built and built. And having surround sound helped create that ambiance.
Yeah.
Because you didn't feel it full on. And then it's like boom, boom. And, you know, with the reverb of the speakers and everything here, especially in our little studio here, it made the scene so much bigger than what you were actually watching on the screen. Because you could feel it.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
This is definitely a film that I imagine would be better in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
And I say imagine, I mean, let's be honest, everybody but you has seen it in theaters, but it's one of those that you can come back and watch again in theaters, I think. So
yeah, after watching it in our little setup in here, which, I mean, I like our setup in here.
I do too.
It's pretty good. But I think if they were to do a re-release and show this in the theaters, I would probably want to go see it just because of the experience that you would have from it.
Can you imagine an IMAX?
No. It'd be terrifying.
Yeah, have to wear a diaper. So everything's big, obviously, in this film. Spielberg, king of the blockbuster.
Kind of his thing.
You know, I mean, heck, dude, we've been talking Spielberg since day one.
Literally.
Episode one.
Yep.
First time we ever did a podcast together. First time we ever did an episode.
All of it.
Was for Jaws.
It was.
There's definitely some elements of Jaws in this film.
I can see that, yeah.
I will say, just from a marketing standpoint, it's where they tapped into kind of how we talked about with Jaws with the summer blockbuster and then all the marketing there.
Yeah.
They definitely did that with Jurassic Park. So a couple things. Is it Michael Crichton?
I've always known it as Michael Crichton.
Okay. I just always, the Michael C. guy. Yeah, but.
Which Michael Crichton, I mean, obviously, okay, so this is based off a book. I knew he wrote the book. And the reason why I knew that is because didn't he also write the original book for ER?
Probably.
Because I think he ended up being an executive producer on ER and seeing his name in the credits. And I always thought, man, the guy who did ER did Jurassic Park?
Yeah, like
so
he's written quite a few big books. Well, this book, actually, before it was even published, there were 4 different studios that put out bids for the movie rights.
Well, I don't doubt it. I mean,
so this is before it even was the novel, before it was even published.
Well, I mean, think about it. Conceptually, and especially if you have someone who isn't afraid to work not only with story, but also with special effects, it's a built-in moneymaker.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you be clamoring to option it?
You want to guess how much it sold for?
The rights?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Man, I wouldn't even know how to... I don't know.
So we're just going to talk money for a minute.
Okay, let's talk money.
Blockbuster, big money, right?
Yeah.
So, Universal Studios and Spielberg teamed up, obviously, and bought it for $1.5 million.
That's a steal.
Then Crichton was hired for an additional $500,000.
Okay, so $2 million so far.
To adapt the novel to the screen. Okay, so that's just purchase of the content. We're not even getting into the film aspect yet.
That's
okay?
$2 million right up front. Got it.
Then they poured about $65 million into the marketing campaign.
Yeah, I can see why.
And that involved licensing deals with up to 100 companies.
Okay.
The film grossed over $914 million.
Straight cash, homie.
Worldwide. It was the highest grossing movie ever at the time until
Right.
1997. And then Titanic knocked it out.
Ah.
I think they did like a re-release later on, and they definitely pushed it over the billion mark.
Right.
So Spielberg received $250 million from the movie.
Hello, I like money.
Oh, well. Jesus, man. That's a lottery ticket, man. That's like a winning lottery ticket right there. $250 million?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Basically paid $2 million for it. Made $250 off of it.
You know, I think back to our conversation that we had about George Lucas not taking any money for his directorial work on A New Hope, but he was like, yeah, just give me the licensing for the merchandise. I'll take the merchandise licensing. That's fine.
Yeah.
These guys are geniuses. They're financial wizards and geniuses.
They
I'm going to invest $2 million, and I'm going to turn that around worldwide, $914 million, and I'm going to pocket $248 million because I made $250, got my $2 million back, $248 million profit.
Now keep in mind, so he was they were in post-production for quite a while, like in, I think it was in 93, I believe. At the same time that Spielberg was working on Schindler's List.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
Schindler's List came out, I think Schindler's List came out before Jurassic Park.
See, here's the thing, man. I always forget that Spielberg did Schindler's List. I always forget that key detail. We covered Schindler's List on our show many moons ago. It's in the archive. Great episode, great chat. Broke that down. You guys should definitely check that out. That always escapes my mind.
Yeah.
That Spielberg did that film.
Yeah. He's had his hands all over.
Dude, man, I tell you what, man, if there's ever a theme for our show, it's Spielberg.
It really is. Pevin
Spielberger, the alter ego of Steven Spielberg, has done a number of movies in Hollywood, and we've covered a number of his movies on his show. Man, it's insane. It really is insane. And here's the thing, like, we've kind of thrown some shade at Spielberg from time to time on some questionable stuff that he does, but there's no doubting that he's a genius. He is a genius. Madman sometimes, yes, definitely. But certifiably, he's a genius for sure. And there are times it amazes me the fact that he has no boundaries to what he will go after and try. I mean, look at it. Schindler's List. Crazy, crazy endeavor right there, right?
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. Crazy endeavor for different reasons.
Completely, yeah.
Color Purple.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Genius, yes. Madman, sometimes. Balls of Steel, absolutely. The guy will try and do anything.
Well, and I mean, to think from a creative standpoint, how much he has done.
Right. I mean,
but
seriously.
But then from the business side, like, so he's that double-edged sword, man. He's got the creative and he's got the business.
Well, I mean,
aptitude. So,
look, like I said, him, George Lucas, Ron Howard, you go down the line, all these guys are cut from the same cloth. They're geniuses with their craft, but they also have the business acumen to work hand in hand with their craft as well, to be not only successful from an artistic standpoint, but to also be profitable. They're geniuses. That's all there is to it. That's all you can say.
Well, maybe we can get him to wear one of our shirts.
Look,
while on set for his next big block.
I don't need the Dude What Story.
The Dude What Story.
Brought to you by Steven Spielberg. Starring friend of the show, Dave Bautista. It's never going to happen, guys. It's never going to happen.
Obviously, talking about Spielberg.
Yeah.
We've talked about Jaws a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the CGI, the animatronics. There's a mixture of both. This is definitely one of those landmark films for computer-generated and animatronics together.
Yep.
So, definitely saw more in this than what we did in Jaws.
Right.
Because they worked.
Yeah, these actually worked. They weren't submerged in water, so they didn't sink.
So, what did you think about kind of that combo?
Oh, it's good. I mean, when it's done well, I mean, you can have a blend between the two, because then you create that blurred line between, just going full on CGI and then, the realness and the realism of practical animatronics and practical effects. I mean, it's always good if you can use the animatronics, especially if they're done really, really well. I mean, we've heaped a lot of praise on Rick Baker and his work in Hollywood with regard to that. But, if you can go that route and it look good, then you should always go that route, because it just makes everything feel more real. But situations where you can't do that, like with the T-Rex, as long as the computer graphics look good, man, they did a really good job. It looked really good. It looked good.
So, wait, are you saying that the T-Rex was CGI?
What I'm saying is that there were some T-Rex that was CGI, and then there was some that was animatronics, and they both look good.
Okay. Well, the one in charge of the animatronics was Stan Winston.
Nice. That's a big name.
Big name.
Yep.
Yeah. So apparently the crew had to have like multiple safety meetings about the T-Rex.
Are you saying that opening scene was real, and that's why they had to have the meeting? guys.
Yeah. So I guess
watch where you're stepping.
I guess the crew had to have like multiple safety meetings about the T-Rex. They had a bunch of flashing lights, and like it was a big deal because the T-Rex was about 12,000 pounds.
Jesus.
When it would swing its head,
yeah,
it sounded like a bus going by. So that's why they had like all these lights and these horns and everything. So the crew knew, like, hey,
don't stand here.
Do not. Yeah. And so talking about that, obviously the epic introduction to the T-Rex.
Right. When it's raining, the cars are stuck by the electrical fence.
So how do you feel about all of that? What are your thoughts on that?
No, it's good because, I mean, from a cinematography standpoint, it made sense because you're using animatronics, and then in some aspects, I want to say in some of that scene there was some CGI as well, but I could be wrong. But using the animatronics, which already look real, like look really good, but you dim the lighting because it's at night, and then you add rain, so that adds a little more texture to the actual outer body of the T-Rex, and you got the movement and the way you're shooting it. It adds a high level of realism. Then you add in the special effects of having the cars bouncing around and moving around and everything. It all worked really well. It created a lot of tension for that scene to bring on, obviously, your centerpiece of the film.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. It's the T-Rex. It's the big bad, you know? So you got to really build it up. And they did a good job by the whole thing on the tour, putting the goat out there, you know, him making the comment, you know, about...
T-Rex doesn't want to be fat. He wants to hunt. Can't just suppress 65 million years of gut instinct.
Pretty cool line. But yeah, it just played into all that. It was really good.
And then with the kind of the whole tour where they didn't get to see a lot of dinosaurs.
Yeah, so it just created more tension.
Yeah. Kind of pulling from the Jaws thing a little bit.
Absolutely. Don't show everything right away. Yep. Yeah. Spielberg, going back to his notes.
Right. So the scene where the T-Rex pushes in the top of the truck or the vehicle.
Yeah.
And the kids are screaming.
Right.
That was genuine, real-life screams.
Were they really crushing them? Is this another one of those instances where Spielberg was going crazy? Madman on set?
The screams were real, and the T-Rex attacked because the window was not supposed to break.
Oh, okay. So when they're holding it up?
Yeah, that was
Nice.
And that's according to the fun facts. Now, who knows? I'm sure... because we've talked about it before, it probably was all part of his plan. He just didn't tell anybody.
It's just like on Poltergeist, whenever he had the real skeletons.
Right.
I'm not 100% convinced that he didn't actually clone dinosaurs for this film. And trained them. Like, after he got done with Jaws, he's like, I have an idea. And for the next 15 years,
I'm going to train dinosaurs.
I'm going to train my dinosaurs on this island outside of Costa Rica.
That's how he was able to get such good shots.
That's why he was on the yacht with George Lucas.
There you go.
Lucas was there. He's like, I don't know about this Star Wars New Hope, man. I don't know. He's like, hey, I know you're feeling kind of down, but look at this T-Rex I have. I have an idea.
Imagine.
Just imagine.
Dinosaurs with cameras.
Wow.
All right. So, I think I've covered most of the big things. The other thing, I guess, so Michael Crichton had intended for John Hammond to be kind of a dark Walt Disney. That was his intentions in his writing.
Oh.
And then also, he estimated that 10 to 20% of the novel's content was what you saw on film. So
10 to 20%?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. I guess there was a lot of exposition, and there was a lot more violence in the actual book.
It's pretty violent.
Right. So they toned it down, actually, apparently. But, yeah, so 10 to 20% of the novel is in the film. I guess a lot of the exposition and stuff was more captured with the cartoon DNA piece. That was kind of how they kind of captured some of that. So
gotcha.
Yeah. But that's it for fun facts and stuff I'm going to cover. So I want to know more, though, your thoughts, man. You've never seen Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
You've obviously seen the emblem everywhere.
I have.
I know back in the 90s, I mean, heck, dude, every grocery store you went into that sold books, there was a Jurassic Park book there. So
yeah. You know, I'm trying to think, looking back, like why I never watched this film. And I can't come up with anything. I really can't. I think it's just one of those... Maybe at the time I was just like, dinosaurs, whatever. That's the only thing I can think of. Like that I had moved beyond the dinosaur thing. Maybe outgrown the dinosaur thing. You know, just I was on the other side of it. And so whenever it came out, I was probably just like, whatever.
Too busy watching Mannequin?
I was too busy watching Mannequin for the 47th time that summer. It was a busy summer. Just Mannequin and Mannequin. But, you know, I mean, yeah, I remember when it came out, it was like a cultural phenomenon. I mean, everyone was talking about it. You know, and the crazy thing about it is, you know, I've seen the newer Jurassic Park films, you know. I haven't seen the last one. What was it, Fallen Kingdom?
Yeah.
The newest one.
The James Bond film that has dinosaurs in it.
I don't know.
I mean, it looks like it anyway.
I watched Jurassic World, and then what was it, Jurassic Dominion or something like that, or whatever, the second one. Yeah. I watched the first two, but I haven't seen the last one to see how it all kind of plays out or whatever. I don't know. Without having seen the original Jurassic Park, I knew enough about the story just from hearsay to know, like, whenever, like in the first one, when they found the old Jeeps or whatever, you know, like I knew what that was. Like, oh, that's from the original island, you know, or from the original park, you know, all that stuff. But
you had no bearing.
I had no bearing. I had no context. I had no wherewithal of any of the story or anything like that. Like, I didn't know what had happened prior. So seeing it now, I mean, it's kind of funny though, because it's like, it clears up some stuff and it explains some stuff for me with regard to the newer movies that I have seen.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, after this one, now I have questions.
Right.
I have more questions than I had before. So I'm interested to see what happened after these events, because the way that they ended it was very open-ended.
Yes.
I'm not even like dogging on the ending. Like the ending, it actually was a fine ending for the film, what it was, you know. They didn't have to use a lot of dialogue to convey the feelings that was going on with the characters there at the end.
Right.
Especially with the John Hammond character. You could see it on his face there in that final shot before he gets in the helicopter. It's like he realizes his life's work has come to an end in that moment.
He's poured all of his time, energy, finances into
Some would say he spared no expense.
No, you didn't.
They only used that line like 18 times. That got annoying because it was like, okay, it's very predictable dialogue.
Friend of the show, Samuel L. Jackson was in this film.
He was. He talked really fast in this movie.
And not one motherfucker.
Not one.
This is before he really came into his own, I guess.
Yeah, this is before his motherfucker days. You know, it was a good character. There was something about his character. It was just, maybe it was the fact that he was the way he was smoking. It just, like, it's kind of like when we go back to the Avatar. You know, when we watched Avatar.
Yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver gets out of her little pod, and the first thing she says, "Oh, I need a cigarette." Really?
Yeah.
Really? We've been over this before. She's a scientist in an area on a planet where oxygen is really hard to come by, and you're in this protected atmosphere that you're in, and the first thing I need a cigarette. Really? Come on. And so now we're in this Jurassic Park where we're creating dinosaurs and birthing them, you know, from nothing. He's just in there chain smoking away while he's working on hacking computers. Come on. It was silly to me. It was a silly characteristic for that particular character to have. Okay. And he talked like extremely fast when he was explaining stuff. And I guess that's kind of his character because he's a computer geek.
Yeah. But
I don't picture computer geek whenever I picture Samuel L. Jackson. But in fairness, this is after years and years of motherfucking conditioning from motherfucking Samuel L. Jackson.
I guess, you know, we've gotten your initial thoughts on the film. What notes do you have over there?
It was funny. You started talking on this back half. We were talking about Spielberg, and you made the comment Spielberg being Spielberg. That was actually my second note that I wrote down.
Yeah.
Spielberg being Spielberg. And I wrote that in correlation to the whimsy that Steven Spielberg likes to add to scripts and situations between characters to bring a little bit of levity. It was the helicopter scene when they were flying in. Yeah. Everybody's fastening their seatbelt, and then you got the two paleontologists sitting there, and they can't figure out their seatbelt, and he just ties it in. Look, here's the thing, man. Do you honestly think that the audience is going to believe that these two scientists, who are incredibly smart people, who have been invited to this island to give validation to his project, can't figure out a fucking seatbelt?
It's fair. That's fair.
It was not
a helicopter, but
it was not needed. It was not needed. He's like banging them together. I don't know how these work. Let me just tie it in a knot. Come on. And again, that's nitpick. but it's stupid.
Yeah.
Don't add it in. It's not necessary. What's the point? There's no point. It was silly. It was a waste of time on screen. I'm just saying. What would have been funnier than that is whenever prior to that, whenever Hammond is saying that the pressure's going to drop, because of or whatever, and they keep lowering, it's going to be bumpy or whatever, and then it starts being bumpy, and it immediately cuts to a shot of everybody starting to put their seatbelts on. Instead of doing that and then having them, I don't know how to work your seatbelts. Instead of doing that, why not just do a wide shot where it shows all of them looking at each other and they all put their seatbelt on at the same time?
Right.
Like they all realize, oh shit, let's put our seatbelts on. Like, why not do that shot? You know what I mean? And then as the rest of them are putting their seatbelts on, Hammond just kind of turns and looks at them and just kind of gives his little little laugh. And then it cuts to the exterior shot where it's lowering down. It's a better shot.
Yeah.
And you don't have to put this dumb shit in there where I don't know how to work a seatbelt.
Right.
I can dig up dinosaur bones in the middle of the desert, but a seatbelt, I can't do this. Help me with my seatbelt. It's stupid. I'm starting to understand that Spielberg has a shitty sense of humor. He's like, this will be funny. No, it will not be funny. It will not be funny. Stick to drama and creating tensions within your story and character development and working hand in hand with CGI and animatronics. Do all that stuff. Leave the comedy to someone else who actually knows what they're doing.
Well, speaking of that, talk about Mr. Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum.
Ah,
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. I made a note, the last note that I wrote, which was, I don't even know if it was at the halfway mark. That was the last note that I wrote. I just wrote Jeff Goldblum is the man.
Right?
I freaking love me some Jeff Goldblum, dude. I just love his character. He comes across as a douchey rock star type kind of guy, and he plays that up, but until he's thrust into the middle of all the shit.
Right.
And then he's just kind of, he's kind of scaled back from that, It's like, hold up, I'm not as badass as I like to make myself out to be, but I am still very freaking smart.
Yes.
And he is. And that scene where they're at the table and he's just laying it out there,
Yeah, don't you see the danger, John, inherent in what you're doing here? Genetic power is the most awesome force the planet's ever seen, but you wield it like a kid that's found his dad's gun. I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it, and packaged it, and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
You see that character's brilliance come out in that, not only just in his intelligence, but in his confidence in his intelligence.
Right.
And that's what I love about Jeff Goldblum, because he can convey that with his acting, and it's believable. Like, you don't ever second guess whether or not this shit is legit, because Jeff Goldblum is the freaking man.
Yeah, because Jeff Goldblum said it.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I love Jeff Goldblum.
So let's talk about, if we really scale back, there's not like a crap ton of dialogue.
No, not really, no.
Because there's enough to drive the story, obviously.
Right.
I don't know. I felt like every time he was on the scene, especially when he was having his monologues and dialogues and stuff like that, like, there just was a believability to his character, but then there was, I don't know. To me, I felt like it was some really good writing, but I don't know if it was the writing or if it was him or if it was both. You know what I mean?
I think it was a combination of both, but what I think happened specifically with this film and this character with the screenplay, because didn't you say Michael Crichton adapted it to the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So he already has the source material because he wrote the book.
Right.
So he has an idea of where the dialogue and where the points are. I think Michael Crichton gave Jeff Goldblum a good structural start and some good bones. And then Goldblum took it, ran with it, and filled in all the gaps, all the nuance, and gave it the life that it needed.
Yeah.
When you have good writing and great acting, they go hand in hand, you get what we just saw in the film. You get a tremendous performance by someone who can make a character believable.
As you were talking about with him at the table before
Yes.
they went out on the little excursion.
Yep.
But then even in the excursion with Grant, when he's talking to him, that whole dialogue there, I don't know. He brings a whole nother level to the screen.
Goldblum has been a scene stealer for as far back as I can remember. Whatever he's in, small role, leading role, doesn't matter. Whatever he's doing, he commands the scene. He commands the screen time. He commands the audience. He commands it all. I can't heap enough praise on Jeff Goldblum. He's a tremendous talent.
I would have to agree. So you said you stopped taking notes after that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I made 4 notes. That's it. We've covered 2 of them.
What are the other 2?
The first note that I wrote was he's not wrong, and it was Sam Neill's character talking about kids.
I mean, what's so wrong with kids?
Oh, Ellie, look, they're noisy, they're messy, they're expensive.
Cheap.
They smell.
They do not
Some of them smell. Babies smell.
Yes, he is not wrong. He is not wrong at all. I got a chuckle out of that. The only other note that I wrote Jurassic Park pinball. There was a pinball machine that was released after this film came out, and I used to play the ever-loving hell out of it.
Yeah.
They had it at Aladdin's Castle in Owensboro when that was still open, and then I believe they got a copy of it over at the Rack and Q, and my cousin Troy and I would go almost every weekend during the summer. We would go to the Rack and Q. I don't think it's in business anymore, but we would go there on the weekends. We would shoot pool for like 2 hours, and then we'd go spend about $20 in quarters in the little arcade right up front, and we'd play Nightmare on Elm Street pinball, and we would play Jurassic Park pinball. The trigger on it, like you know how you had the plunger for whenever you play pinball?
Yep.
On this one, it was a gun. So
Okay.
you'd squeeze the trigger and it'd shoot the ball up, and then you could unlock a thing where velociraptors would run back and forth on the little digital screen. You had to shoot them.
Okay.
And for bonus points.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why I made the note of it was because whenever they're seeing all the herds
Yeah.
moving, and he kind of steps up and he has that famous line, welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That audio was on the pinball game.
Ah,
and so whenever
okay.
you would start a new game, he would pop up as a digital version of him on the screen, and
Yep.
he would say, welcome to Jurassic Park. And then you would start your game.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, there was obviously all of that merchandise that you saw actually was legitimate merchandise.
I don't doubt it, yeah.
So, I mean, heck, like you said, I was wearing a Jurassic Park t-shirt, like
Yes, you were.
last week. So
Yeah.
that's one that's been in my closet in rotation for a little bit now. So,
I just picture like that scene where they're panning across and showing all the merchandise, like in the theaters. I'm just picturing like a 1-800 number just pops along the bottom. If you want any of this merchandise, please call 1-800 Jurassic Park. 1-800 Pelvin Spellburger.
Well, cool, man. I really don't know. I don't have a lot of questions to ask you.
Okay.
I just really wanted to get your vibe on the film and your thoughts on it. Had a lot of those fun facts, but other than that, is there anything else that stuck out to you? I mean, I know we talk about music, we talk about story, we talk about writing, all of that. So what, anything good, bad, ugly?
My one gripe that I have about the film is the Wayne Knight character. His character, I can't remember his name, but he's the one that's kind of going behind and making deals, trying to make some money. And, he steals the samples and stuff, the embryos, and he's going to get them out. I don't have a problem with like his demise. And that goes back to the whole thing. Like I said, I have more questions because, the shaving cream can that's been fit to where he can smuggle out the embryos, that gets lost and buried in the mud and the muck and everything, so that opens up questions, but positive questions in the regard of, well, what's going to happen in the sequel, because I mean, it's obviously got to pay off somewhere down the line. Right. So I'm not even worried about that. I'm cool with that. I won't say it's written in the way to have a sequel, because in a way it was written in a way to be just a standalone film.
Sure.
But they left aspects of it to where it could definitely have a sequel, which it did.
Yeah.
So, and that's fine. I like it when films do that. You left enough breadcrumbs to leave a sequel, but you didn't write it in a way to where you're like, well, I got to have a sequel now.
Right.
So I was fine with that. My only problem was, you know what, maybe that's answered in the sequel, but for me, for this film, I wish that there had just been a little bit more attention given to why he was doing what he was doing. and maybe they discover that he's doing this, you know, and there's some urgency and some tension there that leads to him running.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're just like, well, I guess he's not coming back. You know, before that, they're like, check the vending machines.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, he's obviously not coming back. I wonder why he did that. Why would he shut this down? Why did he... There's no explanation as to why that is. And like I said, maybe that's addressed in the second movie. I don't know. But for this film, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a plot point that didn't get paid off at all.
Sure.
In that regard, it's kind of disappointing, but at the same time, it's not really the focus of the film.
Right.
It's something that adorns the film. It's a story adjacent. It's just a part of it. I just wish it would have been played out a little bit better.
Well, yeah, especially because it is, yes, it's just a part of it. It's kind of a side little sub-story or whatever. But
Right.
it has a huge role in what happens in the park, right?
Yes, yes,
It's definitely a plot driving.
Yes. Because if he doesn't do what he does, then that doesn't put everybody else into the peril and the urgency that they're in.
Right. Like
so
they're in peril,
so then
but
it becomes...
Not to that level, yeah.
Yeah, so then it becomes, okay, so why is he doing it? You know, why? Why did he do it? And it just ends up being this big question that has no answer. You know, I mean, we as the audience know it.
Yeah.
He's trying to make money.
Right.
Right? We know that, but I'm not thinking of it in the regard of, for me, I'm thinking of it in the regard for story and the characters that are there. It's like, you know, it's like, this is your story right here, and you guys can't see it because you're listening, obviously, but I'm making like a circle with my hands. And this circle that I'm making with my hands is like a big circle. And this is where the story is existing in this circle. And now I'm reaching over here to the right, nowhere near the big circle, and I'm making a smaller circle. And that's that story. And it has nothing to do with what's going on over here. And so it would have been nice if they had just attached those two bubbles.
Sure. Well, okay. Let's hear your ranking.
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Jim, you can't handle the truth. I'm telling you right now, the truth that I'm about to lay on you, you cannot handle it. Strap yourself in, little man. I don't know what that was.
I don't either.
Look, man, here's the thing. I won't say that I was blown away by it. It was good. It was kind of like it had aspects of like watching Michael Myers hunt his victims. It had some elements of that, looking at it from the viewpoint of the dinosaurs. It had an adventure element. It had intrigue to some degree. I wish some of the story with regard to Wayne Knight's character, I wish that would have been played out a little bit better, and I think it would have made things clearer and built more tension and more urgency. It looked great. It played well. The characters were believable. It sounded great. I don't really have any other ranking that I can give it.
I'm the dude, so that's what you call me, you know?
I mean, it's a solid movie, solid-ass movie, really good. It's one of those films, like, I feel like it created a whole world for people to get lost in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it had subsequent sequels, and obviously I haven't seen the sequels except for the newer run, which those play back in, that they're a part of this world.
Right.
In that regard, because when did this come out? 90 what?
93?
93, 94, somewhere around in there?
Yeah.
All right, and we're, 30 years later?
Yeah.
And it's still important, you know? And plus the fact that, it's 30 years ago, or close to 30 years ago, and it still looks good.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't look like a 30-year-old film is what I'm getting at.
Spielberg being Spielberg.
That's, that damn Spielberg, it's almost as if he knows what he's doing. Am I right? He might have a future in this industry.
Maybe.
But Jurassic Park, it paved the way. It created a spot in pop culture. It's recognizable. Everyone knows it. Even if you've never seen the film like me till now, you still know what it is.
Right.
It's recognizable around the world. It's kind of a big goddamn deal. So a 5, man. 5 on our scale. Big Lebowski treatment. It's a really, really good movie.
Well, good. I am glad you chose that. You made a good decision there. Question is, though.
Yeah, man.
Are you ready to take on the world?
Dude, the world isn't ready to take on me.
Brian takes on the world.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. May God have mercy on your soul. You're all gonna die!
IMDb, easy for me to say.
What a douche.
2 thumbs up.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know what the hell I said before that played. Yeah, man, let's take on the world. Let's see what the world has to say.
Okay. 1001 movies you must see before you get eaten off the toilet. By a giant dinosaur.
Gross.
It's definitely in here. 2 pages. Nice big picture. And then, just a breakdown. It's a fun little book. It has all your basic stuff like your producer, screenplay, music, all of that. Gives the cast. Usually has a quote, little fun facts and stuff over the side. And then it has just kind of a breakdown. Usually it's just a synopsis of the film.
Right.
Talks about part monster movie, part disaster movie. As the island is thrashed by a storm, the assembled characters find there's nowhere to hide from giant rampaging and one assumes hungry prehistoric creatures. The Jurassic Park is packed with so many thrills and jaw-dropping dino effects, utilizing both CGI and animatronics. It isn't hard to see why the movie went on to gross over $900 million worldwide. It goes on to say, near the end there are many other impressive moments in Crichton and Spielberg's fable of science gone out of control, ranging from the raptors in the kitchen to the T-Rex raptor showdown. The actors, while realizing the true stars of the film are computer-generated, have fun with their performances, especially Goldblum as the I told you so chaos theorist, and make the most of the smart, witty dialogue. But ultimately, this is Spielberg's show, and what an impressive edge-of-the-seat show it is.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to get very pedestrian with how he breaks it down, he literally just told us what we already knew.
Yeah, so. And that's what I was to say about this book. To me, it does seem that he just kind of gives a vanilla breakdown.
Vanilla, yeah.
But in all fairness, it is a book about these are the movies you need to see before you die.
Yeah, but if you're going to do vanilla on that, it doesn't inspire me to go watch a movie before I die.
It's true.
I'm just saying,
but it's in the book. It's in the book as a checklist,
give me
right?
something. Put something interesting in there to be like, oh shit, I need to go watch this movie. I might die tomorrow.
Yeah.
If I die tomorrow, the one film that I should watch, Rambo First Blood. Shit, it's not in the book.
What have I done? I wasted my life.
I wasted my life. Anyway,
so it is in there.
Yeah. It should be in there for sure.
Yeah. We've talked about it before, but if you want a copy for your bookshelf, you can support the show. There's a link in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the show notes. Yeah. Click on it. Shop on Amazon.
Get you a copy of it, put it on your shelf, and then whenever we do the Brian Takes on the World, you can get your copy off the shelf and read along with Jim.
And then it'll put a little check by it.
Yeah.
And the little check boxes there.
Boom.
IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Gave it 82%.
Okay.
Metacritic.
Mm-hmm.
Gave it 68%.
Oh, fuck off. Okay. It's going to be one of those Brian Takes on the World segments, huh? Look. What'd you say, 68?
68.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
Like, what's there to bag?
I don't know.
Seriously, what's there to bag? Go back to the 1001 movies you must see before you die. Part monster movie, part disaster film. Although I will say, with regard to that aspect, they could have done a better job in the story with the storm that came through.
Sure.
Like, they could have used that more to drive some of the points along the way. Maybe some of the storm knocks out some of the electrical or something like that. Play into that.
Right.
But they didn't. They used this subplot where the guy shuts down everything to get off the island, but it doesn't get paid off. So now you're left with this opening here that's kind of like bleh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they gave it a 68%. But at the same time, it's like, it's technological marvel for its day. It looked really good, and Spielberg knocked it out of the goddamn park. So what are you bagging on?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, what are you bagging on? I don't know.
This is one of these situations where the Rotten Tomato scores are different than IMDb scores.
This should be interesting.
So the tomato meter
was
at 92%.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And the audience was at 91%.
That's not much difference at all there.
Right?
It's not much different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, it's interesting, the 82 and 68 versus 92 and 91.
Right. Yeah.
So, our friend Ebert.
Our best buddy in the whole entire world, Roger Ebert.
He, in all of his wisdom and glory, gave it 3 stars.
Really?
Which surprised me.
That does surprise me, because I figure if he's not going to go full on 4, 3.5 would be right where he should be at. 3. This should be interesting.
When young Steven Spielberg was first offered the screenplay for Jaws, He said he would direct the movie on one condition, that he didn't have to show the shark for the first hour. By slowly building the audience's apprehension, he felt the shark would be much more impressive when it finally arrived. I kind of take issue with this paragraph only because we know that behind the scenes, he kind of had no choice but to not show the shark.
Yeah.
So I kind of take issue with his intro on that. That's just me nitpicking and editing, self-editing here. But
that's more than fair because you're right. Yes, he was pigeonholed into a situation because his animatronics did not work the way they were supposed to.
Yeah.
Therefore,
so I think he's implying some things there.
Yeah.
Because he's not even quoting Spielberg in this. It's just kind of, he said this.
Right.
He felt the shark would be much more impressive when it finally arrived. He was right. I wish he had remembered that lesson when he was preparing Jurassic Park, his new thriller set in a remote island theme park where real dinosaurs have been grown from long-dormant DNA molecules. The movie delivers all too well on its promise to show us dinosaurs. We see them early and often, and they are indeed a triumph of special effects artistry. But the movie is lacking other qualities that it needs even more, such as a sense of awe and wonderment and strong human story values. Sorry, reading that out loud is kind of funny. It's clear seeing this long-awaited project that Spielberg devoted most of his effort to creating the dinosaurs. The human characters are a ragtag bunch of half-realized, sketched-in personalities who exist primarily to scream, utter dire warnings, and outwit the monsters. Goes on, blah, 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 talks about the story, break down to the film, and he then goes on and says, think back to another ambitious special effects picture from Spielberg, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It was a movie about the idea of visitors from outer space. It inspired us to think what an awesome thing it would be if Earth were visited by living alien beings. You left that movie shaken and a little transformed. It was a movie that had faith in the intelligence and curiosity of its audience. In the 16 years since it was made, however, big-budget Hollywood seems to have lost its confidence that audiences can share big dreams. Jurassic Park throws a lot of dinosaurs at us, and because they look terrific, and indeed they do, we're supposed to be grateful. I have the uneasy feeling that if Spielberg had made Close Encounters today, we would have seen the aliens in the first 10 minutes, and by the halfway mark, they'd be attacking Manhattan with death rays. Because the movie delivers on the bottom line, I'm giving it 3 stars. You want great dinosaurs? You got great dinosaurs. Spielberg enlivens the action with lots of nice little touches. I especially like the sequence where a smaller creature leaps suicidally on a larger one, and they battle to the death. On the monster movie level, the movie works and is entertaining. But with its prolific resources, it could have been so much more. And I feel like this is Ebert being Ebert.
This is very much Ebert being Ebert because if you're going to shit on the movie and then rank it accordingly.
Yeah.
Don't be like, he gave me dinosaurs, therefore it's a 3. Come on, dude.
Right.
Come on.
You gotta judge the movie based on what it's saying it's going to deliver, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, what is he wanting from the characters? Now, like, seriously, like, let's look at it objectively. What is he wanting from the characters? Okay, look at the situation. These are scientists, namely 2 of them, paleontologists, whose life's work is built on bones and fossils. And they are brought to a place where dinosaurs are very much real.
Yeah.
How do you expect them to react?
Right. Right.
They're kids in a candy shop.
Yeah. Yeah, they've only dreamed and speculated
what could be.
What could be. What were they like?
Yes.
What was, they don't know for sure. We can, by this bone structure, by this, like we can assume this because of the, but they had no clue. And yeah, and you're being shown.
And then the one person who is being shown this, that's a scientist, he's taken aback by it at first, but he's grounded in his convictions with his science that he pushes back and questions.
Yes.
And that's where the tension is built.
Yes.
And then the other 2, the paleontologists, after they've had their run of the candy store, so to speak, they start to realize, okay, hold up.
Right.
We need to pump the brakes, because if we don't pump the brakes here, we're no different than Hammond.
Right.
Because Hammond has no brakes on his car whatsoever. Full throttle, gas. He's driving a V8 right off the fucking cliff.
Right.
Okay? And he's lighting matches to a pool of gasoline in the back of the El Camino. All right?
And his lawyer, who was supposed to be all about safety and protection, is like, holy shit, we're about to get rich.
We're about to get money, 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 money! It's Throw safety to the wind. There's dinosaurs that are going to make us a lot of money.
Yep.
Look, here's the thing. All of the characters were believable within their characteristics. All of them. Kids, even as annoying as they were kids. Why the hell would she turn on that flashlight?
Yeah.
You stupid kid. Oh, that's right.
Because you're
a kid.
And she's scared.
Yeah. It makes sense. Look, I don't know what he was wanting from the characters. What was that comment that he made? Something about, I don't even remember what it was. It was so stupid. Like the way he said it. Like, again, I don't know what he was wanting or what he was expecting or what he thought was going to happen with this, but this is a story about a group of people who have been brought to see with their own eyes something that they never thought would actually occur, would actually be real, and they don't know what the hell to think. And then at the same time, you got some jackass that's trying to capitalize off of it for his own personal gain, and it wrecks everything. And these poor people get caught up in the middle of it, and they're just trying to survive. That's all it is. It's a survival film. That's all the film is. It's a survival film. The whole idea about not revealing the dinosaurs, the idea is to build up the characters that are being brought to the island.
Right.
So what do you show them? Docile, friendly dinosaurs.
Right.
Not hunters, not carnivores, herbivores.
Yeah.
Peaceful, right? You show them that to show them this is what possibilities exist on this island.
Yeah.
What else do you got? T-Rex? Holy shit. Velociraptors? You made velociraptors? The hunters? Are you kidding me? You lay the groundwork for what velociraptors are and how they hunt and what they do. You lay that down, and now you know, oh, they exist?
Yeah.
And the T-Rex exists? Look, here's the thing, man. Maybe Ebert needed to take a couple classes in storytelling and writing to understand you can't put out the same cookie cutter storyline for every goddamn movie.
Right.
It doesn't work like that. This is not Jaws.
But by the same token, the vicious meat-eating dinosaurs didn't show up till midway or later.
Right.
Because he was laying the groundwork. He literally pulled from the framework of Jaws.
Yes.
In that. Because like you said, the veggie eating, the majestic, the beautiful, because those are the gentle creatures. You're like, whoa. And then it's was it the Dilophosaurus or whatever, the one that
wouldn't show up.
Acidy spit.
Yeah.
Wasn't there.
You don't see that until almost the end of the movie.
Right,
T-Rex, not there.
The raptors you never actually see until the very end. Yeah, so.
That Ebert sure is a funny fella.
Funny fella.
Yeah. Anywho. Whatever.
Talk about a dinosaur. Oh, anyway.
He is definitely a fossil now.
Ooh.
Ouch. Yeah. So.
We're going to get Mel on that one.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, Jim. We have finished up Jurassic Park. Big film. Blew your mind.
Golly. Yeah.
Final episode of season 2, man. We're here, man. This is the end of season 2. But the fun does not end with the end of season 2, Jim. No, sir. Because off in the distance, if you look closely, you can see the pumpkin spice latte cloud forming over the west side of Evansville. It's going to bring in cooler weather. It's going to bring in flannel, Ugg boots, and mocha frappuccinos for everyone. That's what the pumpkin spice latte cloud does. It's the bringer of winter and fall. It's also the bringer of our holiday season, man. That's what we're going to be doing now that season 2 has come to an end. We got Halloween. We got Thanksgiving. We got Christmas. And amidst all that, we're going to do some fun stuff along the way as well, Jim. That's what we got going on. And we got to get ready. And the way that you guys can get ready, it's real simple. dudewhatpod.com/specials. It has all of our past holiday specials in there. You go and check all those out and get caught up. Go back and listen to some of our Halloween stuff because that's going to be the next big thing that we got going on. We're going to have a Halloween special. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to cover a Halloween film on our special. We're going to play some spooky games, maybe do some trick-or-treating. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be ghoulish and it's going to be great, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And also, we're going to try and squeeze in some other fun stuff along the way as well, some side tables, things like that. I'd like to get a Dude Director's Cut going. We should do a Halloween Dude Director's Cut, like a scary movie.
We should.
We should do like a shitty movie. Like a really horrible slasher flick.
That might be good.
It would be fun. We could like totally Mystery Science Theater 3000 it. That would be the best.
That would be fun. Do that.
So if you guys that are listening, if you want to get on social media and stuff, and if you have any suggestions for really shitty Halloween movies that we can do a Dude Director's Cut on, that would be a lot of fun. Just send them in to us. Hey, you guys at dudewhatpod.com. That'd be a lot of fun for sure.
Maybe we could do a side table, kind of like what we did with The Condemned.
Yeah.
Maybe like an older Halloween movie.
We could. Yes.
Maybe suggestions. Or I think the new Halloween will be coming out.
Oof. We could definitely do a side table one. Have you seen the other two?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
There we go. Well, October 14th is when it's coming out. So we have time. We do have time. We can watch it.
You got a new job now? So...
I got a new job now.
Yeah.
I'll have time. I'll have energy. It'll be a lot of fun. We should definitely do that. We got plans. Like, we're going to talk about that right now. Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about what we're going to have going on. Obviously, the holidays are coming up. We got our holiday specials, and we're going to do all kinds of fun side stuff. What else can people expect from us, Jim, in our holiday season?
Nothing but the holiday specials. No, I think, I don't know. I mean, we've been discussing and talking about maybe, possibly what else could we do? Doing some side tables, maybe doing a couple Dude Director's Cuts. I think you're wanting to do some more writing. One that you have sent me, I just haven't got it completed and put out on the website
Terrible.
yet.
Terrible, Jim.
I know.
You've had it for like 8 months.
One final thought on E.T., I believe. So
yes.
Yeah, I need to get that out there. So,
which is funny because I don't even remember the thought.
So it'll be like new for you. So.
Yeah, it would be.
I don't know. We've got a few things in the pipe. I'll just say that.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to trying to come up with some more fun stuff to do in the meantime. I'm really looking forward to the Thanksgiving stuff. I think I'm going to definitely try and get Jim a copy of the movie Dutch. We're going to have him do Jim's homework assignment on it, and if he likes it, then we'll do a Dude Director's Cut on it because that'll be a lot of fun. That's a great movie. It's just a really fun movie. Also with all the episodes that we have in the archive under our specials, once you guys get geared up for Halloween, like I said earlier, it's going to be a lot of fun. But one thing that you can do is you can go back and listen to our Tales from the Studio, the 2420 Tales, man, the ghost stories. Our former boss from the Homers Radio Network, Homers, Stephen A. Turner, sat in studio with me last year, and we chatted for, I don't know, I think it was like 4 hours. It was a long time. But we recounted some of our favorite fun stories from when we had our paranormal group. Doing a little ghost hunting, checking out some haunted places here in the tri-state. It was a lot of fun. That conversation was so much fun. And I had a ton of fun editing it, layering in audio, putting all the bells and whistles, and it turned out to be a really, really fun episode to not only record and edit, but also to listen back to. I've listened back to it like 3 or 4 times, and, again, I don't like to toot my own horn, but it was just a lot of fun. And that's going to be on the feed for the holiday season. So when it gets closer to Halloween, if you haven't heard it already, listen to it. It's so much fun. And you're going to find out some interesting, fun stories about some places that are here in the tri-state. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, you get to hear some stories about the River Park Center in Owensboro. You get to hear stories about the Evansville Coliseum here in Evansville, right there in downtown. You get to hear about some houses over in Owensboro as well, some residents. You get to hear about some cemeteries that are here right down the river going to Tell City. I mean, all kinds of fun stories, man. Like some really cool stories in there, some spine-tingling stuff, and some things that'll really get you in the mood for Halloween and get you in that mindset if you're going out and doing some trick-or-treating, or if you're going to some Halloween parties, or, if you're toilet paper in some people's houses. What? Don't do that. That's not fun. Not fun. Throwing bags of dog crap on people's porch and lighting it on fire. Jim, you don't know anything about that, right?
I know nothing about that.
Basically what we're trying to say is we just want you guys to get pumped and ready for our holiday season, because we're going to be pumped and ready for our holiday season as well. We're going to pump out some really fun, interesting things for you guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So, Jim, without further ado, man, we're at the end of our season here. We've had a lot of fun this year. We've tried harder. We've played D&D. We've watched a lot of documentaries. Both got new jobs in the last year. A lot of changes, a lot of fun, a lot of moving and shaking over here. But for right now, if you guys want to keep in touch with us, it's real simple. Check out everything that's Dude What related at dudewhatpod.com. If you want to drop us some emails, that's really easy. All you got to do is scroll down to the bottom of the show notes, and it's right there. Link, boom. Hey, you guys at dudewhatpod.com. It's the quickest, easiest way for you to get in touch with us. Also, while you're checking out those show notes, you can go to What's in the Box. Right there in the middle, What's in the Box? Jurassic Park. That's the only thing we have on this episode. Jurassic Park, right there in the middle. Get you a copy of Jurassic Park. Take you over to Amazon. It's an Amazon link. Help support the show. There's some other Amazon links there as well. Follow those. It doesn't add any cost to you whatsoever. It just helps show that you are supporting us. We might get a little bit of kickback. You know, we might be able to buy our mansion in Miami now.
Or maybe open up a store to sell shirts.
We should probably start there. It seems really more logical than the mansion in Miami.
And I know Todd Trout's chomping at the bit.
He would definitely love to have a Dude What shirt. And we're going to make that happen. We're going to try and make that happen. We're trying harder, Jim.
Trying harder. Yep.
We're definitely trying harder, for sure. Of course, you know, get on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to search for @DudeWhatPod or Dude What Podcast. It's really simple. On Facebook, we have a little thing. Jim alluded to it earlier when we were talking about Shaw. It's a thing called All Access. We put fun behind-the-scenes stuff in there. Jim's going to post some pictures. He's going to try to. The D&D stuff, his backstory, recreational director, trophy stuff. Got a lot of stuff where we're trying to
4th of July stuff. I don't know if 4th
of July.
That or not.
Look, we should just do a major, creative dump right there. Just a huge photo dump right there for everybody to check out. But All Access is behind the scenes. You join, send us an email, send us a message, just say, hey, I want to get into All Access. And we'll post videos in there and stuff and interact, and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun on there for sure. And one last thing I want to point out, in the show notes for each episode, we always have a link for the daddies. They provide the music for us, kicks our show off every time we release an episode. It's the heartbeat. It gets us dancing in the studio. Like, we should not be dancing, but because of the power of their music, it makes us dance. And it's really the heartbeat of what we do. We love it. We love them and we appreciate them, and we just want to show them some love. So show them some love. Follow the links to follow the daddies. Listen to their music. Go to Spotify. Check out their stuff. It's a lot of fun. You can go on there, listen to all their catalog. You can go to their website, buy their merch, get some shirts, and say, hey, found out about you guys over at Dude What. And that'll show them that you guys are loving them and loving us. And it's just one big circle of love, Jim. It's the circle of life, really. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know either. I was thinking about sugar daddies, but...
Oh, sure. Well...
You could give the daddies sugar and be their sugar daddies.
Okay, please stop talking.
Okay.
All right. I got nothing else, man. We've covered everything. This has been a fun season. We've tried harder. We really have tried harder. It's been a trying season, but I feel like we've done our best to pump out as much content as possible. I think we've done a pretty good job.
With the circumstances of this year, yes.
Yes. I think so. I got nothing else, man. You got anything else?
I think
I'm good. Anything you want to say to the fans before we clear out here on season 2?
No. No, it's been real. It's been fun, man. I've enjoyed it. This being our second official season.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy to think that we've got over 100 episodes now, I think, that we've gone through and we've done.
Ridiculous.
I'm excited for next season. I know that you and I, during this off season or holiday season, we are going to have some conversations about maybe shaping the show differently, offering some different content in the future.
Yep.
Things like that. So
it's going to be fun.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see, one, with you having a new job, us going into the holiday season where you're not going to be slammed, hopefully as hard. I know that I won't be, being as neither one of us are at FedEx. So,
yep.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that because then I think also will kind of help us reset creatively and come out strong and swinging next year. So.
I think so too. Yep. I'm looking forward to making this transition to my new job and seeing what kind of peace of mind that brings me. I know for the last 12 years, 12 years, going into this time of year has been nothing but stress and anxiety every single year. And this will be the first year that I go into this holiday season and not have the weight of the world on my shoulders. So I'm really looking forward to that, seeing what kind of headspace I'm in. And I'm looking to see what that does to my creativity levels. Like Jim said, we've talked about season 3. We have ideas. We have things that we want to do. and we have concepts, we have ideas, we're thinking about changing some stuff up. I don't know that we're going to ever fully go away from our current format, but I know we want to try and do some different stuff.
Yes.
We've been wanting to try and do some different stuff, but as you guys know, the FedEx lifestyle has put a damper on that for quite a long time. So the idea of doing new stuff and trying new stuff, it was all contingent on scheduling. And scheduling has been a problem this year. So we're going to try and fix that. We're going to try and get that lined out. And hopefully, fingers crossed, going into this holiday season with a new outlook, with a new job, with a new mentality, maybe we'll see some of the good fortune of that showing already. So we'll see. We're going to see how it goes. We always try harder, for sure.
Especially this year.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I got nothing else. Jim's got nothing else. We just want to thank you guys one last time for joining us on this crazy ride here. Season 2 has officially come to the end. We're going to roll into the holiday season and have some more fun. We love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, tuning in, and we're going to go ahead and hop on out of here. We will see you guys in the holidays coming up real soon.
Bye, guys. So what kind of class or classes would Brian be in? Immediately when I read that, I was thinking barbarian dwarf.
What, a barbarian dwarf?
Yeah. Yeah, a dwarf who's a barbarian. I could see you playing a character like that.
Are you insulting me now? What was happening?
No,
here?
like dwarves are stout.
Are you saying dwarves or dwarfs?
Dwarves. Dwarves. Dwarves, yes. Dwarf is singular for dwarves.
Well, what's a dwarf?
How are you saying it?
Are you saying dwarf?
Yes, that is what I said.
No, you're saying dwarf.
I am not saying dwarf. I'm saying dwarf.
I swear you're saying dwarf.
Okay.
You mean dwarf.
The stout, squatty dudes with beards.
Dwarf.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said dwarf. Like dwarf on golf?
No. Whatever. I know. Okay.
All right.
You're the editor. You'll make it sound like you want.
I'll make it sound exactly like you said it.
Whatever.
All right, anyway, so barbarian dwarf. Okay.
I could see that.
So